Hello to once again, hello to all the amazing JEE aspirants. So first of all, congratulations to everyone who made it on the today's shift, and for those who may be lagging or something like this, hope you learn with what you had left, and you'll do best in the next upcoming April session. Okay. So today this is your chemistry faculty Komal ma'am. If we'll talk about the short analysis of the today's exam, again, this is a good news for everyone that today's paper was also again very easy, and the questions were coming from the topics which has already covered in the earlier exams, subtopics, not even topics, subtopics has also repeated. Exams again in the chemistry level is again easy to moderate, not that difficult. It is very what we can say, it is highly marks gaining. The chemistry this time is also. So congratulations to each and everyone for having good chemistry. Hope you got it all right. So let's see, let's going to the solution sessions. So let's see what we are having the first question. Okay, now these all are memory based question. So there may be somewhat up and low, so but concept will be same, right? So let's move on to the first question. What's the first question we are having? The product A and B in the following reaction respectively. Very easy question. What they ask here, they have asked about the, we can say AgNO2, CH3, CH2, CH2Br, first reacting with AgNO2 and then reacting with AgCN. So AgNH2 is something like this. Let's start with the solution part. AgNO2. First, when we talk about AgNO2, the structure is something like this. Now we know this is ambidentate compound. Now oxygen can also donate electron and the nitrogen can also do that, but silver and oxygen are having the more covalent character, due to which nitrogen is going to donate the electron, making CH3, CH2, CH2NO2. That means option 1 and option 4 are incorrect. Answer will be only from 2 and 3. Either 2 or 3. Going to the next, AgCN. So what is the AgCN? Something like this. We are having AgCN. Now again, covalent nature between silver and carbon is more, so the lone pair will be shared by the nitrogen. Lone pair will be shared by the nitrogen, so it will be NC. So if it is NC, the option second is the correct answer. Option second is the correct answer. Hope you all got it right. Easy question, right? So going to the next question, what we are having the next question, the molecules having square pyramidal geometry. Okay, square pyramidal geometry. What sort of geometry is square pyramidal? When we are having the one lone pair and 5 bond pair. Square pyramidal geometry, we are having one lone pair plus 5 bond pair. So I can say here it will be sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization, right? So let's see what happens here. What we are having the first option, SbF5. SbF5 belongs to nitrogen family. So we are having here sp3d hybridization. That means this first option is out of my series. So SbF5 and PCl5 both are having only 5 bond pair and no lone pair. So it is sp3d only. So this is the wrong answer. Going to the second one, BrF5. BrF5, 1 lone pair, 5 bond pair. How? Something like this. Boron having the can we see this? Boron having the, just a minute. There is some technical issues. Let's see. Just a minute. Just a minute. We are having a 2-minute break here. Okay, I think this is corrected. Let's go on. So first question I told you that the question has asked me sp3d2 hybridization, and first option containing only sp3d hybridization. All are 5 bond pair. Going to the second option, BrF5. BrF5 is 1 lone pair. Again. I think, let's check it, if it is working or not now. Okay. Sorry for the disruption, everyone. Let's go on. Let's go with the solution part. Okay. So when we are going with the solution part, we are having the Br, we are having the 7 electron in the outermost shell. 7 electron in the outermost shell, 5 shared by the fluorine. 5 shared by the fluorine, 5 bond pair, and 2 will act as lone pair. 2 will act as lone pair having the BrF5 sp3d2 hybridization. Same XeO4. Now xenon is having the 8 electron in the outermost shell. So something, this sort of structure will be there. 4 shared by the 4 fluoron and 2 electron shared by the oxygen. So again, how many sigma bond? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bond pair plus 1 lone pair. That means correct answer is option 1. Correct answer is option 2. Correct answer is option 2. Then going to the third option BrF5, same sp3d2 hybridization, 1 lone pair, 5 bond pair, correct. PCl5, all are 5 bond pair. So that is sp3d hybridization. I think this is correct. This is correct option. I'm going to the last one, sp3d and sp3d2. Okay, but this is having the 2 lone pair, but this is having the 2 lone pair and 4 bond pairs. So this is also not our answer. So answer is option 2. Hope you all got it correct. This is from the chemical bonding. Going to the next question, the incorrect decreasing order of atomic radii. Incorrect decreasing order. So when we go to the silicon, phosphorus and what? Chlorine. These all are third group. These all are third period element. These are a third period element. And this is what? Second period element. Okay, second period is smaller than third period, right? And in the third period, left to right, this is 14th group, 15th group, and the 17th group. Left to right, size decreases. So it is correct answer. Second, magnesium, aluminium, third period, and carbon, oxygen, second period. Third period is greater than, third period size is greater than second period. So okay, this one is correct. Magnesium, left to right, size decreases. Then option 2 is also correct. Now, when we go to the option 3, aluminium, boron, nitrogen, fluorine. Option period 3 and period 2. Second period is smaller than third period, and the boron, nitrogen, fluoron, left to right, size decreases. Option 3 is also correct. When we go to the beryllium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, now we know that beryllium, this is group 2 element, beryllium, magnesium. So top to bottom size increases. So magnesium will be greater size than beryllium. Magnesium will be greater size than beryllium. And then we are having what? Aluminium. Just a minute. Magnesium is having the greater size than beryllium. So here we are having it wrong. Now when we are having it wrong here, so this is our answer. This is our answer because what it is asking, incorrect order. Incorrect means fourth one is incorrect. Now please keep this in mind that this is memory based question. Some of where we are having this maybe boron or aluminium. So maybe the elements can be changed but concept is same. So please keep this in mind. Okay, moving on to the next question. What we are having? The next question. What is the rate of reaction for releasing CO2 with aqueous NaHCO3 among the following? So from where this question is giving the simple acidic strength is asking. What is asking? Simple acidic strength it is asking. Basically, now you have to show where the acidic strength is more. Now O negative, COO negative or CO, which is more stable? Now when we see this, these all are electron withdrawing group. These all are electron withdrawing group. So due to which O negative will be highly stable. So highly stable will be 1. Highly stable will be 1. Coming to the second and third. Now now here if you didn't knew about the ortho effect, now you must have incorrected this. Only this trick is there. COH and with the CH3. Now when COO negative will become, there will be a bonding between them which is known to be as ortho effect. So the answer will be 1, 3 and then 2, right? CH3 although is plus I effect, but due to the ortho effect, acidic strength will increase. Due to ortho effect, acidic strength increases. So answer will be 1, 3, 2. So option 3 is the correct answer. Option 3 is the correct answer. Going to the next question. Hope you all got it. Hope you all got this right. So going to the next question. Consider the following carbocation. Now see, in each and every shift of the JEE main, they are giving such type of stability. Sometimes stability of carbon ion, sometimes stability of carbocation. So the next shift, everyone, you have to do this, stability of carbocation and carbon ion. Consider the following carbocation. Okay, you can see this is aromatic compound. Aromatic compound, 6 electrons. 6 electron, this is the aromatic compound, 6 pi electron. Now here you are having the resonance, and the resonance, and there is no resonance, normal compound. So you can see here aromatic is having the higher stability than resonance. Who is having the more resonance? Extended resonance is here in CPH3, phenyl 3, and here we are having phenyl 2. For more resonances here, so more stability will be in the second. Then going to the third one and the fourth one. Very easy. I think everyone got this right. So option 2 is the correct according to this question. Okay. Going to next question. In the given reaction sequence, what is the correct answer? Let's check. So Cl first react with KOH. Cl first react with KOH. Cl when react with KOH, I think we all know it is very easy that it will give us phenol. What it is going to give us? Phenol. Further, we are going to react because H positive is also given, so phenol we are taking. So further, if I'll talk about CO2, what is this? Coal-based reaction, right? Remember everyone? So, what it is going to give me? What it is going to give me? OH. I will get the salicylic acid. What I will get? Salicylic acid. Now, then I am reacting it with NH3. NH3. What it will give me? This sort of compound, CO and H2. So this is your S, this is your S. So the compound S is this compound, and going on further, what it is saying, Br2KOH. Br2KOH, Hoffman bromamide reaction. Br2KOH we are having. So further reacting on this, I am getting the compound correct everyone, reacting it with CHCl3KOH. CHCl3KOH giving me isocyano, giving me isocyano. NC, giving me isocyano NC. So let's see what is our answer. The answer is option 4. So here you are seeing that CHCl3KOH, carbolamine. Now this you have to understand, option 3 and option 4 are a little much confusing. So those who are having the correct choice, so the option 4 is correct. Hope you all got it right. So okay, this much for the chemistry. We are now going towards the physics, handing over to the Mohit sir. Thank you everyone.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I hope we did great with JEE Mains 28 January shift 1. Paper is said to be comparatively on a tougher side, as been reported by the students. We have got some memory-based questions. These memory-based questions are simple, look like simple only, but we have got that there were 50% of the question which were more calculative, more lengthier on the lengthier side, and little bit of tricky questions were there. It has been said that it's one of the most challenging questions so far as compared to whatever the test has happened till now in terms of physics, right? We'll start with our discussion and we'll talk more in a while. Let's start with our discussion from question number 1. Okay, let's start. So find the equivalent relations across A and B. It's a very simple. Okay. We can see if this point is A, this point is A, this point is B, this point is also B, this point is A. We can say it's parallel, like AB, AB, AB. So when 3 ratios are in parallel, R by N, that's like R by 9. It's a very simple simplification of circuit-based question. So option number 4 is the answer, right? Okay. Going for the next question. A uniform wire of linear charge density lambda is placed along the y-axis, the locus of equipotential surfaces. It's been reported as the question, but some students are saying the question was a little different. But we have got this question, but as per report, there are some students saying some other questions are there. Let me just tell you for this question first, and we'll see what can be the other variations of it. So if there is a line charge kept along the y direction, right? Okay. So we know the electric field is going like this. Electric field is going like this. So the equipotential surface is a cylinder, right? The equipotential surface is a cylinder. And when we know it's a cylinder, in cylinder, we have discussed this in Gauss law also. This all points have electric field passing perpendicular to this point, right? Okay. So this is a equipotential surface. The equation of this surface has been asked. So the equation will be, if this is y, you can see it's a circle, and if you see from top, it's in the xz plane, right? It's in the xz plane. So we can see it's a x square plus z square equals to constant. So option number 2 is the answer. According to this is the question. If the question has been changed, and they are saying line charges along y, along x, and along z, there might be something more need to be given, then only we can go forward, because it's not a spherical, obviously because of this line charge. If we have line charge along all the 3 axes, because some students said that we have given line charge along all the 3 axes, in that case it's not a spherical surface, it must be something else. Few more data is required, we can answer that question. Maybe I'll try to get the complete question and we'll come back again in our later on discussion of the paper solution, right? Fine. Going with the next question. Which of the following direction? By the way, this question is very unexpected question, and we never expected questions coming from this section, right? But still we got a question. Okay, whenever we get question like this, we need to have balancing of charge on both the sides, plus with electron, there is always a emission of antineutrino, right? Antineutrino is always there. So if neutron is net charge 0, so proton plus electron must be there. So obviously these 2 options are wrong. 1 and 4 must be the right answer. But we always emit antineutrino with the electron. So we'll go with option number 4, right? Going with the next question. Let's go with the next question. A coin is placed at the bottom of a hemisphere container filled with a liquid of refractive index mu. Find the least refractive index. Okay. So there is an observer here. This is of I here. So if there is a light, I want to change the color, okay. If there is a light, if there is a light hitting like this, this will be the angle, and the light is going like this, they are saying. Okay. So we can apply Snell's law. So mu into sine theta, again a question from ray optics, right? Mu into sine theta is equals to 1 into sine 90. So sine 90 is 1, obviously. So value of mu is equals to 1 by sine theta. We can see straight away for mu to be minimum, because they are asking least. For mu to be least, we have to have this sine theta to be maximum. For sine theta to be maximum, the light must be emitting exactly on the edge, so that this angle is the maximum. If in that case we observe this is R, this angle must be 45 degree. So sine 45 degree here, 1 by sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2, which is like root 2, right? So the answer for this question will be root 2. We'll go with the option number 2. Okay. Going with the next question, the graph of root mean square velocity versus temperature. Matlab, V square proportional to T. We know that V square RMS, right? We know the formula V RMS is equals to root over 3 RT by M naught. So from this, we can go here, right? So V square proportional to T. We can compare this equation with Y square equals to some constant time X. x is like temperature, and y is like your v. So the graph for this type of equation is a parabola opening towards the rightward. So obviously we'll go with the option number A. We'll not show the lower one because we are not showing negative VRMS, because y can be positive and negative both, right? But v will be positive only. So we'll go with this option. There's no lower half, there's an upper half only, a section of it, right? Going with the next question. Okay. So question from current electricity, right? Current electricity makes a very simple, so we got one question on current electricity, it's a second question on current electricity. Both the questions are very straight, simple questions, right? Okay. In the given figure, the triangle and the square have same resistance per unit length. Find the ratio of the resistance about adjacent corners. Okay. Adjacent corners, matlab this corner, right? Adjacent corner means this corner, right? And they have the same resistance per unit length. So all this together, if I say resistance per length is some small r, so then this is 3r by 4 into A. Okay, na? 3a by 4 is the length. A by 4, A by 4, A by 4, and resistance per length is small r. So 3a by 4, let's write this as 3a r by 4. So these two in parallel. So net resistance of square is equals to 3a r by 4 into r into a by 4. 3a r by 4, a r by 4, 3a r by 4 plus a r by 4. This turns out to be 3a square r square by 16, and this is AR. So AR cancel, this will be 3R by 16. Okay, 3AR by 16. Let's go for R equivalent of a triangle. So for a triangle, these two edges together is 2A by 3 length, and per unit resistance is R. So these two is in parallel, this and this. This length has resistance how much? A by 3 into R. So let's go for it. 2a by 3 into r, r1, r2 by r1 plus r2, right? That formula. A by 3 into r by 2a by 3r plus a by 3r. This turns out to be 2a square into r square by 9 by ar. So again ar cancel. So that's like 2ar by 9. So let's check the ratio of r of the square, r of the triangle to square. So let's say r of the triangle to r of the square. So r of the triangle is 2ar by 9, and the other one is 3ar by 16. ar cancel, 62 is 32, 3 9s are 27. So 32 by 27 will be the answer, option number 1, right? Simple, straight simplification of circuit. Simple, straight simplification of the circuit, right? Going with the next question. Work done by central force is independent of path. The assertion is given, work done by central force is independent of path. This question is little ambiguous. At a level of class 11, we generally say that work done by central force ka examples are gravitational force, electrostatic force, and spring force. And we consider these three forces as the main example of our central force. But there are many more type of central forces possible. These are three named central force, right? We can have a force which is given as some k cos theta by r square. This is also a type of central force, angle dependent. But the work done by this central force might not be independent of path, right? So we'll go with this statement to be false. But whereas we take this example in the class that central force is a type of conservative force primarily. But for the time being, if we go with all type of central force, not every central force is conservative. Not every central force is independent of path, right? Going with the next statement, potential energy is associated with every force. No, obviously it's dependent only on conservative force. We talk for conservative force only. Potential energy cannot be discussed for every force. So this is also false, incorrect. So both assertion reasons are incorrect as per this understanding, okay? Going with the next question, there is a smooth ring of radius r in a vertical plane. A spring of natural length r and elastic constant k is vertical across along a diameter. So natural length is r, this length is natural length r. So how much is the elongation? The extra elongation is the extra r. The free end is connected to a bead of mass m, and when slightly disturbed, it reaches point C. Point C is somewhere here, okay? Point C somewhere there. So what is the speed here? What is the speed here? So let's apply energy conservation, state energy conservation, because we know the force it's a variable force. To work out this problem, we need to apply energy conservation, right? So we can do like decrease in one energy is equals to increase in some other energy. I can see here spring potential energy will decrease, gravitational potential energy will decrease, and kinetic energy will increase. So decrease equals to increase, right? Or energy conservation can be initial equals to final. So going forward, we can do like half of K. What was the initial potential energy? R square minus, what's the final potential energy? So the natural length is R. And this length is how much? Root 2R. So what is it? Half of K. Half Kx square is the formula, right? So root 2 minus 1, right? So initial spring energy, final spring energy. This is the decrease. Plus mgr, the ring will go from here to here, no? It's here. That is equals to half mv square, right? After solving this, we can straight away see multiplying both sides by 2. Multiplying both sides by 2 and taking things common here, we can write it as 2mgr, and here it is, let's expand this, root 2 minus 1 ka square, so let's expand this, 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2, right? Right? So taking here, kr square minus k. I can take this k also common because I can see the option here is kr square common. So let's take this common here. So kr square common le lete hain yahan pe. Let's take kr square common. So what is it? 1 minus 2 plus 1 3, and then there is a plus 2 root 2 hai na? Minus, right? Plus 2 mgr. So by m root over of this. Solving this, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. We can take this 2 common. So we'll be left with 2 here. So let's correct it here only. So this will be minus 2. This will be finally minus 2. So we can write this as 2kr square root 2 minus 1. 2kr square root 2 minus 1 plus 2 mgr by m. So option number 2 will be the answer, right? We can see this. Take out 2 common and we'll get the answer here. Okay, a thin prism P1 with angle 4 degree and made of glass having refractive index 1.54 is combined with another thin prism P2 made of glass having refractive index 1.72 to get dispersion without deviation. Matlab del 1 plus del 2 of them must be 0. So there we can think that there are 2 prism, one kept like this, one kept like this. The formula for this, and we are assuming it's a thin prism. So we'll use the formula of prism mu minus y. It's a mu minus 1 into it's a prism formula for thin prism. Mu 1 minus 1 into a1 plus mu 2 minus 1 into a2 must be 0, right? The value of mu 1 is 1.54 minus 1 into what is the value of a1? a1 is 4 degree plus mu 2 is equals to 1.72 minus 1 into a2 we need to find, right? So the value of a2 will be 0.54 into 4 with a minus sign by 0.72. This is a minus sign, okay? This will be 3, 4, 18 3s are, 18 4s are, 4, 4 cancel, that will be 3 degree. So answer will be 3 degree. If it's in degree, that will be in degree. If this is in degree, this will be also in degree, right? If that is in radian, this will be also in radian. Okay. Going with the next question, it's a question from straight away from semiconductors, right? Diodes based question. We can see here, it is a given, it is B bar, AB bar, A, B, AB. It's an AND gate, right? Again, it's a NOR gate. So we'll write AB bar plus AB whole bar. AB whole bar? AB whole bar to nahi hai, there is no bar here. So let's just correct this. So that's like AB. So AB bar plus AB whole bar, right? NOR gate. So we can write this as bar, A common, B plus B bar. Acha, B plus B bar, matlab one of them must be 0, one of them must be 1. One of them must be 0, one of them must be 1. So 0 plus 1 or 1 plus 0 must be 1, right? So that will be like A bar. So A bar is nothing but a NOT gate. Which one is a NOT gate? Let's see. Not gate, not gate, not gate. We can see it's nothing but a not gate. Simple. Nahi. A bar na? Acha, acha. Simple not gate. Not this one. Option 4. Simple not gate, right? It's like A bar. Okay? B plus B bar will be 1, so A bar will be the answer. Yes or no? Right? So this question basically was a question from semiconductor, a simple simplification of circuit, right? We have to just go with the basic order and with basic understanding of the gates. The last question which we did was basically on basic ray optics, Prism question. We did some question on energy conservation, and there was some question for mechanics 1, simplification circuits, thermody or KTG you can say precisely. Optics where we got 2 questions almost right now. And then question on electrical simplification of circuits. Let's go further with our discussion on maths paper analysis. I hope all this was comfortably understood. We'll come back with more physics question discussion in a while. Thank you so much. Carry on with your maths discussion. Maths, please come. Where is sir? Sir.
So hello student. So today we are going to discuss about the math paper, which is nothing but the 28 first shift. I hope that your paper exam went well. So here we will discuss few questions regarding to the math. Maybe one of the values will be changed, so you can adjust according to that. Let us move on the concept according to the question which are coming from the JEE Mains. So moving on the first question, which is nothing but based on integration, right? Definite integration we can say. So what is first question? The limit is given minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. The value is given as alpha pi to q plus beta. I have to find alpha and beta. Alpha and beta are given as positive integer value. I have to find the value of sum and beta, right? So can I use I equal to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2? It is given 96, which I can take as common also. Cos x upon 1 plus e to power of x dx. I can use the King's property. What is the King's property? Replace the limit as a plus b minus x. What is a and b? Sum of the upper limit and lower limit, which is nothing but the 0. So I can replace x with minus x. I will get again the integration minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. 96 will be outside. If I replace x with minus x, what is x square? That will be x square itself. What is cos of minus x, which is nothing but the cos of x itself? 1 plus e to power of minus x dx. I can say this is the first equation, this is the second equation. Can I write the second equation as nothing but 1 plus e to power minus x as 1 upon e to power x? I can take the LCM, then I will add both of them, right? What is the answer I will get? Addition of equation number 1 plus equation number 2. 2y equal to 96 will be outside. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is 1 plus e to power x. If I take the LCM 1 plus e to power x, that will be same. E to power x cancel out. 96 x square plus cos x dx. Can you tell me this function is even function or odd function? X square is an even function, cos x is also even function. So I can use the Kuhn property. This will be outside, right? What is the Kuhn property? 2i equal to 96 into 2 times of 0 to pi by 2 if it is an even function. I took 96 outside, so there will be no 96 here. X square plus cos x. Now basic integration, you already know what is the integration of x square. That is nothing but x cube by 3. Cos x integration, which is nothing but the sin x. And 2 cancel out. So I can say I will be nothing but 96 into x cube by 3. Integration is 0 to pi by 2. plus 0 to pi by 2 cos x integration is nothing but 1. I can put the value and 3 will cancel out. So what is the answer I will get? I will get I as 96 pi cube upon 3 into 2 cube plus 1. Just simplify this, cancel out, 3, 2, cancel out, I got this, 3 square, right? This is 3 power 4 I will get. Okay, this will be 96 multiplied, 96 will be here. So 96 will be here, 96 will be here. Can you tell me what is value of alpha? If I compare, alpha is going to be a 4 and beta is going to be 96. Alpha will be 4, beta will be 96. Which option is correct? Alpha plus beta, that is going to be the 100. So answer of this question is going to be 100. A basic King's property we can use in this particular question, right? So moving on the next question, which is based on permutation combination. Number of ways to form a 5-digit numbers. I have to make a 5-digit numbers which are greater than 50,000 by using the digits 0 to 7, such that sum of the first and last digit is not more than 8. Sum of the first digit and last digit is not more than 8, right? So what I will do, I will make few cases. Case 1, I have to make 5-digit numbers. I will assume first digit is 5. So in how many ways I can fill the 5? Only one ways. If I fill 5, they said sum of first and last digits is not more than 8. So what other digits we can fill here? I can fill 0 here, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. I cannot fill, if I fill 5 plus 4, that will be nothing but 9, which is not possible. So I have 4 cases here, 4 ways. We are talking about numbers. There is no word mentioned that repetition is not allowed. So in the numbers, repetition is always allowed. So we have to check how many numbers we can fill. From 0 to 7, how many numbers we have? 8 numbers. So in how many ways we can fill? 8 ways. 8 into 8 into 8. I got 8 cube into 4. But if you notice, what is mentioned there? The numbers should be greater than 50,000, right? If the number is greater than 50,000, can it will be 50,000 itself? No, it cannot be a 50,000. So if first digit is 5, maybe one of the case it is 0, it is also 0, it is also 0, and this is 0. That number I have to eliminate. I have to remove one number. From where we are getting that number? That I have to remove 50,000 itself. So this is nothing but the total number of case in the first scenario. Case 2. Maybe the digit is 6. In how many ways we can fill? 1 ways. So what are the numbers we can fill here? 0, either 1, either 2. Either we can fill 3 ways. Here 8 into 8 into 8. So I will get 8 cube into 3. So what is case 4? Case 3. First digit is 7. I can say it is nothing but 8 cube into 2. Similarly, what is case 4? 8 cube into 1. Which case it is? When the first digit is 7 and the remaining digits are, this is going to be, first is going to be 8, this is going to be 0, remaining are 8 ways, 8 ways, 8 ways. Add all of them. So what is the answer? 8 cube common, 8 cube common, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, minus 1. So what is 8 cube? To the power 9. 5, 1, 2. 1 plus 2 plus 2, 10, minus 1. So answer is going to be 5, 1, 1, 9. So any option 5, 1, 1, 9, I can say first option is correct for this question. It is based on the permutation combination where you have to think that minus 1 is also, you have to remove, otherwise your option will be second one, right? Moving on the next question, which is based on the function. A very famous question where fx is given as to the power x upon to the power x plus root x. In this scenario, I know that f of x plus f of 1 minus x is going to be 1. If you are able to recall, this is the condition. F of x equal to the power x upon to the power x plus root 2, f of x plus f of minus x is 1. Then you can find also, I have to find the summation. Put the value of k. If k is 1, it is given k from 1 to 81, f of k upon 82. Put k as 1, so I got f of 1 upon 82 plus f of 2 upon 82 up to last one is nothing but f of 81 upon 82. The previous one is going to be 80 upon 82. So tell me how many numbers we have. From 1 to 81, we have 81 numbers. Can you tell me what is the value of first term and last term? If this is x, that is 1 minus x or not? So f of x plus f of 1 minus x is going to be 1. So I can say first term and last term is going to be 1. So pair of 2 will give the value of 1. How many terms we have? We have total 81 terms. 81 terms, how many pairs are possible? I can say 40 pairs are possible or not? X as well as one term will be left. Which term will be left? The middle term. So I can say there will be 40 pair whose value is 1 plus there will be one pair which is left, which is nothing but the middle term. What is middle term? 41 upon 82, which is f of 1 by 2, right? I just have to find f of 1 by 2. How to find f of 1 by 2? In the place of x, put 1 by 2. So I got numerator as root 2 plus root 2. That is nothing but 1 by 2. So I got 40 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 40.5, either 81 by 2. Any option 81 by 2? I can say third option is correct. A very basic question. It is already in the resonance material, so you can visit the resonance material also. You will get the same question. So they are asking this type of question in the JEE Mains. Moving on to the next question. Again, interconversions. ITF question, right? I can say this is very a basic question. If you know how to convert, we can solve that convert in terms of sine, either cos. So if you notice, this is nothing but the summation of series. Can I add first and 2? What is formula? Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. The formula is nothing but if x square plus y square is less than 1. Formula is sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Use this formula. Before that, you have to check that x square plus y square is less than 1 or not. So I will take x is 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 whole square plus 5 by 13 whole square. If I take the LCM, LCM will be 65 whole square. 3 square into 13 square plus 5 square into 5 square, which is of course less than 65, right? So I can say this value is less than 1. So I can use this particular formula. If I use the formula, what is the answer? Cos of sine inverse 3 by 5 into under root 1 minus y square. So can I say that it is nothing but 5 triplets, 12 by 13, Pythagoras triplets, plus 3 by 5 by 13 into 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square. What is the under root of 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square? Take the LCM, I will get 4 by 5. Plus sine inverse 33 upon 65. Solve it. Cos of sine inverse, take the LCM, LCM is 65. That will be 36 plus 20, 56. 36 plus 20, 56. Plus sine inverse 33, 65. If you make a triangle and convert this sine inverse in terms of cos inverse, if this is 65, this is 56, using the Pythagoras theorem, if you use, you will get here 33. They are nothing but the Pythagoras triplets. So what you will get? Cos of, can I write sine inverse in terms of cos inverse? What is cos inverse? Cos inverse 33 upon 65 plus sine inverse 33 upon 65. Can you tell me what is sine inverse A plus cos inverse A? Sine inverse A plus cos inverse A, that is nothing but cos pi by 2, right? What is cos 90? everyone knows answer is going to be 0. So first option is going to be correct for this question. Basic interconversion, if you know the sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, as well as here you can do the interconversions also in terms of sine inverse as cos. Moving on to the next question, which is nothing but based on the integration. So of course, if you solve lots of questions based on Leibniz theorem, it is directly visible, it is based on Leibniz theorem. How to solve this question? 0 to x we will directly solve this question by using the Leibniz theorem. Differentiate both sides. So what is differentiation? X f of x. In the place of variable put as x, so put t as x, the differentiation of upper limit, which is going to be 1, minus differentiation of lower limit, which is going to be 0, equal to x square differentiation 2x fx plus x square fx differentiation f dash x. So I can say that will go there 0 equal to x f of x plus x square f dash x. 1x common, it will cancel out. Of course, it cannot be 0. So I got f of x plus x f dash x. Fx here, so that is nothing but minus y equal to x. This is nothing but dy by dx. So cross multiply, I got minus dx upon x equal to dy by y. Integrate both sides. So this is minus ln x plus ln c equal to ln y. That will go there. So ln y plus ln x, that is nothing but ln xy, right? Ln xy equal to ln c. So I can say xy equal to c. So I got the equation of hyperbola, which is nothing but xy equal to c, the rectangular hyperbola. What this says, x equal to 2, y is 3. So I can say x equal to 2, y is 3. So I can say xy equal to 6 or not. Put here. If xy is 6, what they ask, x equal to 6, what is the value of y? So x equal to 6, 6 upon 6, y is going to be 1. So answer of this question is going to be 1. The option number 1 is correct. Simple Leibniz theorem. After Leibniz theorem, you just have to integrate this thing. This became a differential equation. Variable separation method you can apply. Moving on to the next question, area under the region. Area of the region. Area question will always come, so you have to make sure that it will be, you have to prepare it. First, let us make the graph. First, the graph is y is less than 2 mod of x plus 1. How to make this graph? Mod of x, this graph, 2 mod of x, same graph. So I can say this is mod of x, multiply 2, slope will be going to be changed, add 1. So I can say the graph is something like this. Y is less than this graph, so I can say this bottom region is the answer. This bottom region is going to be the answer of this question. Now let us make this graph. And y is positive. This is x square plus 1, it passes through, this point is 1, 0. It passes through 1, 0, upward parabola. So I can make this graph. Here they said y is less than this particular graph. Right? Here also y less, here also y less. So I think it is y is greater than, just check in the question. So you will get this particular region. The question here is nothing but y is greater than x square plus 1. So basically, above the parabola and below the line, you will get the curve area. How to find this particular area? Can you find the point of intersection of them? What is point of intersection? Equate both of them. So 2 mod of x plus 1 is equal to x square plus 1. I think it is not there. 1 and 1 cancel out. So I can say x equal to either 0, 2 or minus 2. So this point is nothing but x equal to 2. This point is x equal to 0. If I have to find this area, what I can do? Can I say that it is nothing but 2 times of the area? Integration is 0 to 2. Which is top graph? Top graph is nothing but 2x plus 1. This is nothing but minus 2x plus 1. What is bottom graph? X square plus 1. So you got 2x plus 1 minus of x square plus 1. 1 and 1 cancel out. And this is the normal integration. 2 will be outside, 0 to 2. 2x minus x square dx. So solve this integration, you will get the answer. You can easily solve this particular problem. A normal integration, just check what is the calculation, because students are given the questions, we are following that question. Moving on to the next question, relation. X plus y is given as even number, and x and y both are nothing but the integer quantities. I have to check this relation is nothing but the equivalence relation, symmetry, transitive or reflexive. How to check? What is nothing but the reflexive relation? Reflexive relation says that there must be the order pair x comma x. So in the place of y, I will put x. So x plus x, I have to check it is an even number or not. X plus x is nothing but 2x. They said x is integer. So integer into 2, it is always nothing but the even number. So I can say this is always belongs to even number. So it is nothing but the reflexive. Check the symmetric. How to check symmetric? If order pair A x comma y is there, it must implies x y comma x order pair. The question they says that x plus y is even. If x plus y is even quantity, can we say that y plus x is also even quantity? Yes, we can also say that. So can I say that order pair x comma y is present, then y comma x is also present? So it is symmetric also. Let us check the transitive also. How to check the transitive? If order pair A R Y is there as well as Y R Z is there, it must implies X R Z also. So if X plus Y is even quantity, Y plus Z is also even quantity. If I add both of them, what is answer? X plus 2y plus z is even number, right? Even plus even is also even. I will send 2y on that side. So x plus z is what? Even minus 2y. Can I say this is also even? So what is even minus even? That is also going to be even. So I can say x plus z belongs to even number, which says that it is reflexive, transitive as well as symmetric. Which option is correct? It is nothing but the equivalence relation, because all are nothing but correct statement. So moving on to the next question, which is based on the 3D. I have to find the image of the point, which is alpha, beta, gamma. Basically an image I have to solve. So I will draw a line, which line is nothing but x minus 1 by 2 equal to y minus 2 by 1 equal to z minus 1 by 1. I can write a parametric point, which is going to be a foot point, that is nothing but 1 plus 2 lambda, comma 2 plus lambda, comma 1 plus lambda, right? I will assume it equal to lambda. There is one point given, which is nothing but 4, 4, 3. So can I find the dr of this? Can you tell me what is dr? The dr is nothing but x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So 1 plus 2 lambda minus 4, that is nothing but 2 lambda minus 3, comma 2 plus lambda minus 4, lambda minus 2, 1 plus lambda minus 3, lambda minus 2. This is the dr of this line. The dr of this is given. What is the angle between them? 90 degree or not? So dot of their dr should be 0. Multiply this quantity with 2. 2 lambda minus 6 plus multiply the second quantity with the second quantity, lambda minus 2. Multiply again, lambda minus 2. Find out the value of lambda from here. So I can say 6 lambda equal to 10. Lambda will be nothing but 5 by 3. I got the value of lambda. If I got the value of lambda, I can find the foot point. If I find the foot point, can you tell me the foot point? Put the value of lambda here. So 5 into 2, 10, 13 by 3, comma. Put 5 here, so 6 plus 5, 11 by 3, comma 11, 8 by 3. So where is the image? I can say food point is nothing but the midpoint of the point as well as the image. So I can say what is alpha, beta, gamma is nothing but 2 times of the point P, because this is the midpoint. So 2 times of 13 by 3 minus the point 4, comma 2 times, which is nothing but 22 by 3 minus 4, comma 2 times 16 by 3 minus 3. I got alpha, beta, gamma is nothing but 26 by 3 minus 4. So that will be 26 by 3 minus 4, 12, 14 by 3. 12, 22 minus 12, that will 10 by 3. 9, 7 by 3. I got all the values, alpha, beta, gamma, what they ask, addition of all the values. So we can directly add all of them. If I add all of them, I will get the answer, which is going to be 31 by 3. If I add all of them, answer is going to be 31 by 3. So basic problem of the 3D, we already said in this type of question will come. So line is given, point is given, you just have to find the image point. After finding the image point, you can solve this particular problem. Next question, it is based on the basic things, which is mod function. I have to find real roots. If I get the real roots, I have to find the sum of the square roots. So I can see there is a modulus. I will make 2 cases. First case, let us take x is greater than 3 by 2, because 3 by 2 is a critical point, right? Second case, let us take x is less than 3 by 2. If x is greater than 3 by 2, all the sign will open with the plus sign. So plus 2x minus 3 minus 4 equal to 0. Here I will get x square minus of 2x minus 3 minus 4 equal to 0. I got x square plus 2x minus 7 equal to 0. Here I got x square minus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So the value of x is 2 plus minus under root 4 plus 4 by 2. 4 common, cancel out, I get 1 plus minus root 2. Here again, what is the value of x? That is going to be minus 2 plus minus 4 plus 28, 7 to 4 upon 2. I will get 32, 32 is nothing but 4 root 2, cancel out, minus 1 plus 2 root 2. So these are not the final values yet. I have to check that it should be greater than 3 by 2 or less than 3 by 2. So if I take the negative value, both are negative value, answer will be negative, which is not more than 3 by 2. So answer should be positive value. Check this value is more than 3 by 2 or not. I will get this quantity is 2 into 1.4, 2.8, 2.8 minus 1, 1.8. 1.8 is greater than 1.5. So this is our correct value. Similarly here, if I choose the positive sign, I will get root 2 plus 1. Root 2 plus 1 is going to be a more than 1.5. So this is not correct. Answer is going to be 1 minus root 2. I got 2 real roots. What they are, sum of the square. Just do the square and check the values. What is the square of this? Summation of alpha square is going to be minus 1 plus 2 root 2 whole square plus 1 minus root 2 whole square, which is going to be 8 plus 1, 9 minus 4 root 2 plus 2 plus 1, 3, 3 minus 2 root 2. So you got 12 minus 6 root 2. Any answer? 12 minus 6 root 2. First option is correct. 12 minus 6 root 2 is going to be the answer. So this is how to solve whenever the modulus function is there. You have to make the cases, or after making the cases, you have to take the intersections of them. Intersection, few values can be eliminated, few values will be left. That are nothing but the number of real roots. What they are, summation of the square of the values. I did the square, I will get the answer, right? So I hope this question is, you are able to solve. Moving on the next question, which is based on the probability, as well as I have to find the variance also on that question. What they ask, there are 2 bad orange mixed with 7 good, so total are nothing but the 9. Out of 2 orange are drawn at random. Let x is the number of the bad orange, so I will make a table. Let us, when we are taking 2 orange, maybe it is good, maybe it is the bad, right? The word bad and good is mentioned. So maybe this is nothing but the bad one. Maybe 0 are bad, maybe 1 are bad, maybe 2 are bad. If you have to pick 2 orange from out of 9, what is the possibility? Maybe none of them is bad, all are going to be good. Maybe 1 good, 1 bad, maybe both are the bad one. So what is the probability of selecting 0 bad? Means all are coming from the good one, right? 7C2 upon 9C2. Total are 9. There is 1 bad, 1 good. So what is that? 2C1 out of 2, 1 bad, out of 7, 1 good, upon 9C2. Last one, 2C2 upon 9C2. What they ask, variance. For variance, we have to find the mean. What is the mean formula? Summation of xi into pi. Multiply them and add. 0 plus, multiply 1, so 2 into 7, 14. 14 upon 9C2 plus, multiply 2, 2 upon 9C2. We can simply solve this particular problem. 9C2 is LCM. 16 upon 9C2, that is going to be 36. So this is going to be your mean. Tell me the variance formula. Variance is nothing but summation of xi square pi minus mean square. So mean we already got 16 upon 36. Xi square, so 0 square into pi, that will be 0. Plus 1 square into this quantity, so 1 square into, that will be 14 upon 9C2, which is going to be 36. Plus 2 square, that is 4. 4 into 2C2, which is 1, 1 upon 36. Minus 16 upon 36. We can cancel it by 6 and we will, by 8, we will get the answer, right? So just simplify this calculation. A very simple calculation it is. So we have to find the variance. This is the formula. You can apply the variance. If they ask the standard deviation, we can find also. So moving. So thank you everyone. Our next chemistry faculty will discuss the remaining questions which are coming in the, which already came in the 2025-28 shift first attempt. So thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back again, and we are back with some more question of chemistry, and hope you did well in today's paper. So you can see we are having the first question from ionic equilibrium. A big acid has degree of dissociation x, degree of dissociation x, and which option gives the correct expression for this one. So we can find out easily. Let's see how we can find out. What they are saying, weak acid. So for weak acid, what we can write? Ha dissociates to H plus A minus. Initial concentration, if we are having C, then it will be 0. And at equilibrium, C minus 1 minus alpha, this side C alpha and C alpha. We can write the Ka, acid dissociation constant. Ka is equal to C alpha, C minus 1 upon alpha, C cancel. That means it is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha Ka. Now, for weak acid, if you remember the pH formula for weak acid case, if you remember the pH formula, what is that? So pH is equal to 1 by 2 pKa minus log C. pKa minus log C. Now, we can find out C from here. C is equal to Ka into 1 minus alpha upon alpha square. So what will be the log C? So pH is equal to 1 by 2 pKa minus log C is equal to Ka into, we can say, 1 minus alpha upon alpha square. So it will be equal to 1 by 2 pKa minus log Ka, this side minus log 1 minus alpha upon alpha square, then it will be equal to 1 by 2 pK, this will also equal to pKa plus pKa, or we can write here minus 2 log alpha minus log 1 minus alpha. So this will be equal to 2 pK. So we can write pH minus pKa is equal to log alpha 1 by 2 minus log 1 minus alpha. So if you are going to solve this one, so what we will get after that? pH minus pKa will be equal to x upon log alpha upon 1 minus alpha. Log alpha upon 1 minus alpha, if we are going to solve this one. So where you can see alpha in place of alpha, what they have given x. So option number 3 is going to be the correct option. Now moving forward to the next question. Next question is again from solution. Again they are asking from the same freezing point. They are covering the same things. What is the freezing point depression constant of a solvent 50 gram which contain 1 gram non-volatile solute having molecular weight 256 and depression in freezing point is 0.4 Kelvin. So what they have given here? They have given here delta TF. Delta TF is given 0.4 Kelvin, and they are asking you to find out KF. And for this one, I will be 1 and M we need to calculate, molality. So we know the delta TF is equal to I into KF into M. M is what? Number of moles of solid divided by weight of solvent. So number of moles of solute is what? 1 divided by 256. 1 divided by 256. Weight of solvent is 50 multiplied by 1000. So KF is equal to delta TF 0.4. 0.4 is this 1 divided by 256. 50 multiplied by 1000, which will be equal to 5.12 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So this is the option number 4. Option number 4 will be the correct answer. Now move forward to the next question. In the next question, again a statement type of question. Lee Chatelier principle you can apply here. Ice and water are placed in a closed container at a presence of 1 atmosphere and temperature 273.15 Kelvin. If the pressure of the container increases 2 times and temperature is kept constant. What they are saying? Ki pressure has been increased by 2 times and temperature is keeping constant. So ice and water, H2O solid and H2O liquid. If you remember the density density of ice is less than density of liquid water. Density of liquid water. So when we are going to increase the pressure, what will happen? Density will also increase, or if density is going to increase, that means solid will try to convert into liquid form. Solid will be converting into liquid form. That means it will move toward the liquid side. So now see the options. The amount of ice decreases, true. Volume of system increases, liquid phase disappear completely, no. Solid phase disappear completely, no. As it is in equilibrium, so none of the phase will disappear completely. So option number 1 will be the correct answer here. Option number 1 will be the correct answer here. Now move to the next question. In the next question, from thermochemistry, bond energy of H2 and O2 are given 200, 270 kilojoule per mole. What is the bond energy of OH bond? So what we can do? We can write delta HF of H2O is equal to delta HF of H2 plus delta HF of O2 minus, as you know, water is having 2 OH bonds, so 2 bond energy of OH bond. Bond energy of OH bond 2. So if you see, delta HF of H2 is given minus 242, delta H of H2 is given, delta H of H2. That this is delta H of H2 is 200 is given, 200, and delta H of O2 is given 270. So 1 by 2 plus 270 minus, we can say 2x. So minus 242 is equal to 200 plus 135 minus 2x. So 2x is equal to 335 plus 242, x is equal to, so it will be equal to 288.5 kilojoule per mole. So this was the question. Yeah, as you know, this was the connected, not exact paper, whatever we have received from the students. These are that type of data. So next, move to the next question. In this question again, an easy question from organic part. Acetaldehyde and acetone individually undergo which of the following reactions? Individually they are asking, both of them can give same type of reaction. So if you remember acetaldehyde structure is what? CS3, C double bond OH, and acetone, CS3, C double bond O, CS3. Now, first reaction, iodoform reaction. So if you remember the iodoform reaction is given by methyl ketone system. That means if any system is having this part, they will give iodoform test. So iodoform test or iodoform reaction will be given by both. Next, we are having Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction will be given by that type of aldehyde which is having no alpha hydrogen. So both are having alpha hydrogen. So Cannizzaro reaction absent in both the case. Next is aldol. Both are having alpha hydrogen, so both will give. Aldol will be given by both of them. Tolerance test will be given by aldehyde, not by ketone. Tolerance test will be aldehyde and ketone will not give. Last is Clemmensen reduction and Clemmensen reduction. If you see the Clemmensen reduction, both of them will give. So E will be given, aldol will be given, and iodoform. A, C and E will be given by both aldehyde and acetone. Both of them will give these three reactions. Now move to the next question. In the next question again, we have solved the same question in the last papers also. In that question they have asked the weight of Fe3O4, now they have asked weight of Fe. So what is given? Fe3O4 reacts with 4 moles of CO and gives 4 CO2 plus 3 Fe. If you see, they have given 10 mole of CO, 10 mole of Fe3O4, 10. But what you can see here, 1 mole and 4 mole, that means this CO part is basically in limiting reagent. CO part is given in limiting reagent. So now see, 4 mole CO 4 mole CO will give 3 mole Fe, 3 mole Fe. So 1 mole CO, 1 mole CO will give 3 by 4 mole of Fe, 10 mole of CO. 10 mole of CO will give 3 by 4 into 10 mole of Fe. So the moles of Fe, number of moles of Fe is 30 by 4. So weight by molecular mass or atomic weight 30 by 4. So weight will be equal to 30 by 4 into 56, 422 gram per 422 gram. 422 gram will be the answer. The weight of Fe will be what? 420 gram. Now move to the next question. In the next question, again, an easy question. They are asking empirical formula mass compound. Mass of compound. What they have given? Contains 14.4% carbon, 14.4% carbon, hydrogen 1.2%, and chlorine they are given 84.4. So what is the molecular or atomic weight of carbon? We can divide by them 12, 1, 35.5. So it will be roughly equal to 1, roughly equal to 1. This will be roughly equal to 2. So we can say 1 carbon, 1 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. This will be the empirical formula. Now, what they are asking? Empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. 12 plus 1 plus 35.5 into 2. So which will be equal to 84 gram per mole. 84. So this will be the correct answer, 84. Now moving forward to the next question. This is from class 9th and 10th. Match the following column and choose the correct option. H2O2 and H2O. H2O2 this side -1 and H2O here is H2O here it is -2 and 0. So -1 to 0 and -1 to -2. Oxidation and reduction both are possible here. So which is going to the correct option here? Disproportionation. Now NaH plus 1 minus 1. So if you see in the case of this one, what we can say? They are decomposing. So decomposition reaction. In this one, decomposition reaction. CH4, methane is burning in presence of O2 and giving carbon dioxide and H2O. H2O they are giving. So basically this is a combustion reaction. And Fe plus copper sulfate is nothing but a displacement reaction. So D is S and C is P and B is R, A is Q. So option number 3rd is the correct option here. Simple class 9th, 10th questions are there. So I hope everyone did this question. Now move to the next question. In the next question, what they're asking, which of the following has same energy in absence of electric and magnetic field? So in the absence of electric and magnetic field, if the orbitals belong, or you can simply say the same cell is having same energy. Or in the absence of electric and magnetic field, what will be the electronic configuration order? We can write like that. 1s, first cell energy, greater than this 2s and 2p energy will be equal. Second cell energy will be equal. In the case of third cell, 3s, 3p, 3d will be equal. Likewise, 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. All are having equal energy. All are having equal energy. Whenever they are saying electric and magnetic fields are absent. So same cell will have same energy. So 2s and 3p different. So it will not 3s and 2p different. No, 2s and 2p belongs to same cell. So it will have same energy. 3s and 4f different cells, so not. So option number 3rd is the correct option. Again an easy question. Now move to the next question. In this question, a solution contains 70% mass by mass of a compound X. The molarity of the solution is, and what they have given? Density they have given and molar mass of the compound they have given. So mass by mass, what they have given? 70%, 70%. So mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. So we can say mass of solute from here, mass of solute will be equal to 70 gram and mass of solution will be equal to 100 gram. Mass of solution will be 100 gram. And what they have given? Density. So density is given 1.25 gram per mole. And density is equal to mass by volume 1.25. So volume will be equal to mass 100 100 divided by 1.25, which will be equal to 80 ml. Now, what they are asking, molarity. So molarity is equal to number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution. Solution, if it is in ml, then multiply by 1000. So number of moles of solute given weight by molecular weight. So given weight 70, molecular weight 70. So 70 by 70 divided by 80 multiplied by 1000. So it will be equal to 1000 divided by 80. So it will be equal to 12.5. 12.5. So this will be the molarity, mole per liter. Mole per liter. 12.5 will be the answer here. 12.5. Now move to the next question. So this is all about the chemistry part that we got from the student sides. Now physics sir has got so many questions for you, and he will be coming and discussing with you. So Ashish sir, please come and take.
Okay, so hello everyone, right? So let's see the physics paper solution here, right? So as we have observed this paper, like the Mohit sir has discussed few problems, right? So he just told you about the paper and about the questions as well, right? So let's move forward for this question. Like this is question from the center of mass, right? So let's see what they're asking to us. There it's given like surface mass density, right? Okay, sigma is given. We have given plane sheet, find the position of center of mass for the distribution given, right? Okay, so you can just see this distribution. They are saying sigma is as a function of x over here, right? It means if we are moving on y, so the mass density is constant, right? So can we say for y, the center of mass will be at a distance of b by 2, right? So we can say simply the y COM is there at b by 2, right? Now we have to see for the x COM. So when we are moving, then it's a variable. So let's take an element over here. Let's see, this is x and y we have. So there is an element we are taking over here. So at a distance x, we are taking an element of dx over here, whose mass is dm we are saying, right? What is the dm mass we have? Dm is sigma into, what is the area of this one? This is b. And what is this? Dx. So you can say sigma b dx is here, right? This is dm we have. So you know how we are calculating for the variable mass system? This is integration x dm by integration dm over here, right? So how we are integrating? We are taking limit from 0 to a, how the side is changes for this, right? So let's see in this one. This is 0 to a, and this is also what? 0 to a over here, right? So in this one you can see the integration 0 to a x into, what is the dm we have? Sigma b dx. What is the sigma we have? That is sigma naught ab into x into, this is b dx, right? By, this is integration sigma naught by ab, and this is x and b dx. We have the limit is 0 to a, right? Now you can see in this one, what are the things that has been cancelled over here? You can see this is sigma naught by ab, sigma naught by ab, b and b, right? So what is the terms on the numerator? It's x square. Integration of x square is what? X cube by 3. So when you put the limit over here, it will becomes a cube by 3 by, for this one it's a x, so integration will be x square by 2. So you can just say a square by 2. So we are getting it like 2a by 3 we have, right? So x coordinate is 2a by 3 and y coordinate is what? B by 2, right? So which one is the correct answer we have? 2 is the correct answer we have, right? Okay, 2 is the correct answer. Now let's move on the next one. Okay, this is the problem from the Weave Optics. In YDSC for lambda 1 600 nanometer, 10th bright fringe at 10 mm, okay. From the central maxima, the lambda 2 is 660 nanometer. then what is the distance of 10th bright fringe from the central maxima, right? Basically, they are using the two different wavelength in the YDSC, so you know how we are solving it. So what is the value of y for maxima, you know? So this is n lambda d by d, right? So simply you can say the y n is proportional to lambda in this one, because they are taking the same operators, only they are changing the lambda over here, right? So you can just see d, capital D and small d is constant, and n is also same. They are asking for the same 10th bright fringe, right? So what we'll do over here, y1 by y2 is equals to what from there? You can say it's lambda 1 by what? Lambda 2. So what is the y2 from here? y2 is lambda 2 by lambda 1 into this is what? y1 we have. So this is lambda 2 is 660 by this is 600 into what is this y1 we have? The y1 is 10 mm we have, right? So after solving, what you will get? This is 0 and 0 over here. So this is 11 mm we have. This is the answer we have, right? Okay. So option is not given. So 11 mm is the answer, right? Okay. Now let's move on the next one. So in this one, two solid sphere of radius r1 and r2 made of same material, where r2 is equals to 2r1. Find the ratio of moment of inertia I1 by I2, right? Actually, in this problem, we have just heard like few students were saying like this is at the place of solid sphere, it's given as disk, right? So, but here is we have got the solid sphere, so let's solve with that only, right? So in this one, if we are writing the moment of inertia, that is equals to what? I equals to k mr square over here. K is the constant, right? So in this one, if we are taking solid sphere, you know k is 2 by 5, right? So in this one, if they are asking the ratio, you don't have to put there. So simply if we are writing I, so this is k into mass. So they have not given about information about the mass, but they have given it's the same material, so their densities are same, right? If their densities are same, so you have to calculate the mass, that is rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube over here, right? So if you will put over here, so can we say I is equals to k into rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube into this is what? R square. So simply I is proportional to r to the power 5. So you can take the ratio over here. So this is I1 by I2 is equals to r1 to the power 5 by r2 to the power 5. So what's the given we have? We have given that r2 equals to 2r1. So 2 to the power 5, that is 32 into this is r1 to the power 5, it will be cancelled out. So I1 by I2 is equals to 1 by 32 is the answer, right? But when we are considering the disk over here, then what we'll say about this one? For disk, you have to write m equals to sigma into pi r square for disk, right? So simply you can say the r square and this r square, it will becomes r to the power 4 over here, right? So it will becomes 1 by 16 for the disk, if disk was there, right? Now let's move on the next one. Okay, so this is the problem we have. N1, N2 and N3 are the efficiencies of the three Carnot engines, right? Okay, E1, E2, E3 operating between temperatures shown in the figure. Choose the correct option. Okay, so in this one you can just observe the data is given here, right? 473 Kelvin, 473 Kelvin, 373 Kelvin, and this is 273, 373 and 273, right? So they are asking about the efficiency relation over here, right? So what is the efficiency in this one? If we are writing for Carnot engine, you know it's a 1 minus T2 by T1, that is temperature of sink by temperature of source in this one. So if we are writing for the first one, so this is 1 minus this is what? 473 by this is what? 273 over here. So N1 is equals to, sorry, this is 273 by this is what? 473 over here. So when you will subtract it, it's a 200 by 473, right? So can you calculate similarly for this one as well? Like you can calculate the eta 2 over here. So what's that? This result we have 1 minus 373 by this is what? 473. So this is 100 by 473 over here. Similarly, you can calculate for this one as well, right? So when you will calculate for this one, so you will observe this is 373, right? So you will get that the eta 3 is equals to 100 by, this is 373 by putting the data over here, right? So you can just observe, by observing this data you can see the equivalent relation I think can't we get, right? So in this one, this is N1 and this is N2 and this is N3 over here, right? So you can observe this N3. In this one it's a 473, but this is what? 373. So anyhow this is more over here, right? So if you will add this 2 in the denominator, you will get 473. That's why we can say the sum of this one will be more over there, right? Because that one is more, eta 3 is more. So sum of eta 2 plus eta 1, eta 3 and eta 2 will be more than eta 1, right? So this one is the correct relation we have. Now let's move on the next one. Okay, this is the problem we have. A simple pendulum of length L and both of mass M is placed on a smooth horizontal surface as soon when electric field of strength E is switched on, the bow passes the x-axis with the speed v, right? So what's the value of that v they are asking. In this one simply E is constant, so you can just say force will act like QE over here. So it will comes on x-axis over here. So this length is L over here. There is a QE is acting over here. It will acquire some velocity v at this moment, right? So we have to simply apply the work energy theorem. So you can say the work done is equals to delta K over here. The work done by tension is 0, work done by normal is 0, work done by mg is 0. That is kept on the horizontal surface, right? So there is work done by electrostatics only. That force is constant, that is QE. What is the displacement is here? L cos 30, cos 60. So this length is L by 2 and this length is also what? L by 2, right? So displacement is L by 2 is equals to half mv square. So 2 will be cancelled out with the 2. So v is equals to root over QE by M, right? So such type of answer QEL by M, okay? So 2 is the correct answer we have, right? Okay. Now let's move on the next problem. This one is the very easy problem from sound wave, because we know V in solid is equals to root over gamma by rho, and V in gases is equals to root over beta by rho, right? So as we all know, the V in solids are greater than V in gases, so no need to think much more about this one, right? So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, bulk modulus of gases is more than of solids. No, bulk modulus of solids are more than gases, right? So statement 2 is false. How we are getting this one? We are getting from like delta P by delta V by V, right? From here we are getting this one. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is what? Incorrect. So this one is the answer we have. 2 is the answer we have, right? Okay. Now let's move on the next problem. The dimension of Young modulus of elasticity per unit length is this, then A plus B plus C. Young modulus of elasticity per unit length, right? So what is the dimension of Young modulus of elasticity? That is dimension of force by dimension of area, right? Because if in general we are observing dimension of strain is 0, right? I mean dimensionless is there. So this is what? M L pe power minus 1 and T pe power minus 2 is there, but they are asking per unit length, right? Per unit length means extra L will be here, so you can add L over here. So what's the result we have? Result is ML minus 2 and this is T minus 2 over here. So what is the sum over here? Magnitude of sum 1 minus 2 minus 2. So this is equals to what? 3 over here, because they are asking the magnitude, right? Okay, let's see the next problem. Two capacitors are here which are connected across the same battery, right? So they are saying energies U1 and U2 respectively at the steady state. Choose the correct option. Okay, it's an easy one, right? If you can see steady state, so this one charge is Q1. What is the charge of this one? Q2, right? So sorry, I have written wrong. This is Q2 and this is what? Q1. So you can observe from here the Q2 is greater than Q1 over here, right? If Q2 is greater than here, Q equals to CV. So C2V is greater than C1V, because battery is same. So C2 is greater than what? C1, right? So this is the, it's given 2 place. Okay, we have to check for energy as well. What is the energy? Energy is half CV square. V is same. If C is more than U will be more. So simply U2 is greater than U1 as well, right? So which option is correct? 2. 2 option is correct for this, right? Okay. Now let's move on the next one. Okay, this is the problem we have. This is from modern physics. Energy of proton of wavelength lambda is E naught, which is equals to kinetic energy of proton of mass mp, right? Okay. So they are asking the ratio of de Broglie wavelength of the proton and ratio of de Broglie wavelength of proton and photon, right? So E naught is equals to hc by lambda of proton. So lambda of photon is equals to hc by E naught, right? This is the lambda of photon we have. If we are now taking the, if we are taking the proton over here, so what is the lambda of proton? We can just write h by root over mv, and this can be written as in terms of kinetic energy. So they are saying kinetic energy is same over here. So they are simply asking the ratio of these two of proton by lambda of photon over here, right? So by dividing you will get the second one will be the answer we have, right? Okay. Okay everyone, so this is the questions we did from the physics. Now I would like to invite the NJB sir to take further discussion, and he will just give you the analysis of the paper as well, right? I mean, how was the paper and what are the questions we have. In this paper I can just also give you little bit view of this one. Like when we are taking the problem in this one, so it's a little bit different from the all previous sessions, right? I mean, we can say simply this is the JEE Mains paper pre-COVID, right? In that one you will see such type of problems like we have seen the paper on 22, 23 and 24. So those questions are basically on the surface level, right? This is also on the surface level, but not that much, right? Like you can just observe the question. This one is the easy one, but if you are observing all this, so you have to give time to this, right? So then you will solve it, right? Okay, so now NJB sir will come and he will explain you the things, right? Thank you.
Well, okay, all right. So now we are going to do 2 more questions in physics, and after that shortly we'll begin with the analysis of the paper. So by the time you have already gone through a majority chunk of the questions that has been asked in today's morning shift, and you must have realized that in my observation also, I did not find any question which was of the difficult level. However, there were 50% questions belonging to the medium category and 50% almost belonging to the easy category. So after discussion of 2 problems, I'm going to give you the analysis of those. So now we have this question from electromagnetic waves, and let's see what is this question. In this question, the energy associated by an electromagnetic wave whose equation is given to us, and its energy is U naught. And what we have to find? We have to find the equation of EM wave for which the cylinder of same length, that means we have to keep the length same and half the diameter as the previous one, contains same energy U naught. So here we are going to use the concept of energy density. So how much is the energy density? Energy density is given by half epsilon naught E square, and you can call it half epsilon naught E naught square is the energy density that is within an electromagnetic waves. This is energy per unit volume, and if you multiply it by volume, you are going to get total energy. So the total energy here, it is U naught, and this is equal to energy density multiplied by volume, and here the volume of the cylinder that we have to consider. So imagine that we have a cylinder whose radius is R and its length is L. So the volume of this cylinder is going to be pi R square times L. Now, according to the question, we want the total energy to remain same. That means this U naught is going to remain same. Already this half epsilon naught is a constant which is also going to remain same. And the dimension of the cylinder still, if you look at the length, is going to remain same. However, the diameter must be half. That means the radius is going to be different this time. So the only 2 quantities which will be different is going to be the radius and the value of E naught, which is the peak value of the electric field. And therefore you can see that except these 2 things, everything remain constant. So we can say that E naught square into r square is equal to constant, or we can say that E naught into r is equal to constant, or we can say that E naught is inversely proportional to r. So in the new situation, if we are making the diameter half, or we can say that we are making radius half, if the radius is made half, E naught must be doubled. That means the peak value of electric field must be 2 times than what it was previously. So previously the value of E naught was 100. So now the value of E naught must be 200. That's it. And therefore, the correct answer to this question is going to be option 1, where the value of E naught is 200. So this is the answer to this question, very simple question from electromagnetic wave. And now we are going to discuss another problem that we received in physics is related to errors in measurements. So let's see what is this question. The length of rectangular sheet is measured from a screw gauge of pitch 0.75 millimeter. So the pitch of screw gauge is 0.75 millimeter and the number of division is 15. So from these two information, we can actually calculate the least count of this screw gauge. So first let us find out the least count of the screw gauge, which will be equal to 0.75 divided by 15. The formula is pitch length divided by number of division. And when you calculate it, this is going to be 0.05 millimeter. Now, why did we calculate the least count? Because in order to calculate the error in the measurement of area of this rectangle, we require this value. And let's see what they are asking. Find the maximum possible error in the measurement of area. Now the question is, are they asking about the absolute error, or they are asking about the fractional error or the percentage error? We have to take the clue from the options. So if you look at the options, in fractional and percentage error, it's going to be unitless. However, in absolute error, it will have the same unit as that of the quantity. So here, all these options contains a unit millimeter square, and that's why we have to figure out the absolute error in the measurement of the area. And let's see how do we do it. We know that area is equal to length multiplied by breadth. And we are going to apply the rule where two measurable quantities are in multiplication and we have to find error in the measurement of the final results. And we remember that the fractional error in the final result, which is represented by delta A by A, is equal to the sum of the fractional error in the individual measurable quantity, which is going to be delta L by L plus delta B by B. Now here, we don't have to calculate fractional error, we have to calculate absolute error. What is absolute error over here? Absolute error means we need to find out the value of delta A. So do we know the other quantities? Yes, we do know the other quantities. What is the error in the measurement of length? Because we are measuring it using screw gauge, so it's going to be 0.05 millimeter. So delta L is 0.05 millimeter. How much is L? What is the length that we have measured? It is 5 millimeter. So this is 5 millimeter. Millimeter will cancel each other, so we need not worry about it. Now what is the error in the measurement of breadth? That is delta B. Again, we are measuring this breadth using the same device. So it's going to be 0.05 millimeter again. And what is the breadth? The breadth is 2.5 millimeter. So we just have to put all these values, but when we put all these values, we'll get the value of delta A by A. What is this A? A is simply the area. And how much is the area? Area is 5 millimeter multiplied by 2.5 millimeter. So this is going to be 5 multiplied by 2.5. Now you can see in this equation, everything is known except delta A. And when you are going to do the calculations here, delta A is going to be equal to 0.375 millimeter square. And therefore, the correct answer to this question is going to be option 2. So these are the questions so far which we have received, and on the basis of the questions that we have received, we are going to do some analysis of the type of questions which were asked, the level of the questions which were asked. So let's get into the data. So first we are going to discuss the problems that were asked from the 11th class portion, and one by one we are going to have this discussion. So from units and measurements, this is the first unit, and within it there are 2 chapters, units and dimensions and errors in measurements. One question each were asked, and both of these questions were of the easy level. From units and dimensions, they're just asking what is the dimension of Young's modulus, which is very easy. In errors in measurements, just now we have done a problem where we have to find error in the measurement of area of the rectangular plate. Then we got one question from work, power and energy. In fact, we got two problems from work, power and energy. So one of the problem from work, power of energy was conceptual problem where they're asking the nature of the central force. The central force, whether it is conservative or it is non-conservative. So we categorized it into medium category because central forces are of two types. In one of the forces, the central force is only dependent on the radial distance. In another type of central forces, the central force is apart from the radial distance also dependent on the angle theta. So if it is dependent on angle theta, then the force may be non-conservative as well. However, in most of the cases, the dependency is not there with theta, and therefore the force equation usually is conservative equation. Anyway, so we got two problems from work, power and energy, and another problem was of the easy level from the same chapter. And then we got one question from circular motion. This one question from circular motion was actually clubbed with the work energy concept. It is related to vertical circular motion. And in that vertical circular motion question, we just have to apply the concept of energy conservation, and we have to figure out what is the velocity of the bead when it moves by a certain distance. So we categorize it into medium level. Then we got one question from center of mass. It is a medium level question because it involves locating center of mass in a continuous body system, and in that continuous body the surface mass density was variable. So slightly difficult but not too difficult. That's why we have categorized it into medium level. Then we got next question from rigid body dynamics. That was easy. Two spheres are there of same density and different dimensions, and we just have to figure out the ratio of their moment of inertia. So definitely that was an easy problem from rigid body dynamics. And one thing you are going to note, so far if you look at all these papers, all the questions from rigid body dynamics were easy. None of the problem was not even at the moderate level or difficult level. All the problems were easy. So this is something which is very surprising. So people who fear rigid body dynamics should not fear, because only easy problems they are going to ask from rigid body dynamics. Anyways, now let's move on to mechanical properties of matter. We got one question from mechanical properties of matter that was of the medium level. This question was related to the practical aspect, how to determine the viscosity of a liquid. So we have an experiment where we find out the terminal velocity of the spherical body, and with the help of that experiment we can find out that the viscosity of the liquid, and based on it one assertion reason problem was there, or I think it was related to which of the following statements are correct, or the combination of statements are correct. Now after that we got two problems from KTG and thermodynamics. So one of the problem is into the medium category, which was related to the efficiency of the Carnot cycle, or there was some Carnot engine was there. Although the problem was easy, little bit of calculation was there in order to identify the correct option. That's why we categorized it into medium category. And another problem from KTG and thermodynamics was easy. Then let's talk about the question that we got from sound wave. One question we got from sound wave, and that problem was easy. It was related to the velocity of sound wave in the medium, in different medium, in solid, in liquids, and also it was related to the bulk modulus of the medium. So, so far we got only two questions from sound waves. If you look at all the papers that has happened so far in this session, only two problems. This is the second problem that we got from sound wave. And in fact, from waves altogether, string waves and sound waves together, this was probably the third problem only. So definitely from wave chapter, we got very low number of problems in this session. Now now we are going to do analysis of problems which were asked today from 12th class chapters. So first, we got two problems from electrostatics, and one of the problem was of the medium level and the other problem was easy category. So which one was of the medium level? There was an infinite line charge, and you have to find out the equation of equipotential surface. So we can categorize it into medium level because little bit of knowledge of math is going to be required there in order to identify the correct equation of equipotential surface. Another problem, we categorized it into easy category. There was a simple pendulum, however the bob was charged and it was released in certain position, and it will rotate because there is an external electric field, and because of which it will acquire some kinetic energy, and we have to figure out what will be its velocity. So it was a simple problem based on the application of energy method. So that's an easy problem from electrostatics. So we got 2 problems from it. Then from current electricity we got 2 problems. Both of these problems were easy. They were so easy that even a 10th class student will be able to solve both of these problems. And both of these problems, if you look at one of the problem, it was a standard problem where 3 resistances are there in line. However, the arrangement is such that it appears that they are connected in series. However, they are connected in parallel. So that's a very standard problem. Even in 10th class we do this problem. And another problem was also related to combination of resistance, which was very, very easy. Now we got one problem from capacitor. It was related to the graph of charging of capacitor, and that was of the medium category. Little bit of brain you have to put into it in order to identify the correct option over there. And then we got one problem from electromagnetic waves. Just now we have solved that problem from electromagnetic waves. It was related to energy aspect of electromagnetic wave, how it is related to electric field amplitude, energy density and total energy. So that was one problem which was easy. Then we got 2 problems from ray optics. So one of the problem of the medium category because it was related to the oblique viewing of the object inside a liquid. So that was one of the problem, and another problem was of the easy category. That is because it was related to dispersion. So dispersion without deviation, very simple concept, standard concept is there, standard datas were given to it, and we just have to figure out few things into it. After that we got one problem from wave optics, and this problem was related to Young's double slit experiment. Simple problem, if you know the formula for nth bright fringe, you are going to do this problem in minutes. So this was from wave optics, and then we got atomic physics, one problem. So atomic physics has been quite consistent. This is one of the chapter from where they have been asking question consistently. So this time the question was related to wave matter duality. That means related to de Broglie wavelength. And this is a very standard problem. There is a proton and there is a photon. Both have same energy. And you just have to figure out the ratio of their wavelengths. Obviously for proton it will be de Broglie wavelength, and for photon it will be just wavelength. It's a very standard problem across every year. At least one question we get from this concept. So this is quite a popular question that we got this time as well. Now after that we got one problem from nuclear physics. It was also very easy. It is related to the conversion of neutron into proton. So we see in beta decay this happens. A neutron inside the nucleus converts into proton and other elementary particles also you see over there. So this question was straight related to the knowledge of conversion of neutron into proton. So that was quite an easy thing to do. And then finally we got one question from semiconductors again. I think this is probably the third problem so far that we have received from logic gates. So few problems from diodes, few problems from logic gates. Please note that we did not get so far any problem from Zener diode in semiconductors, which is quite a good news because we are not very much comfortable with Zener diode, right? So this problem from semiconductor was very easy. And then if you sum it up, we got total 23 problems, and let us do the broad analysis of the difficulty level of these 23 problems. So if you look at these 23 problems, out of these 23, 13 problems which I felt to be easy. It should be easy for everyone, obviously, and 10 problems were of the medium category, and none of the problems are found it to be difficult. So total 23, 13 easy, 10 medium. That means almost 50% weightage is there. 2 questions were missing. I don't have any information about that. So that's so far the analysis of today's morning paper. I hope you have analyzed it properly, and that's all. Now I'm going to invite my next colleague for more insights into chemistry. Okay.
Hello everyone, now we will do the rest question of the chemistry. So what is the question here? That they have given the product, what we have to tell here, that we have to tell the reactant, that which reactant is going to give the product when these reagents are going to be used, okay? So we will do with the first option. What is the option here? That they have given a 6-member ring, and at this position CH3 is there and here OH is there. Now what is the first reagent that they have used here? What is the first? That is concentrated H2SO4. What we know? That it is used for the dehydration. Dehydration basically means that we are going to remove the water from here. So what will happen? That we are going to form the alkene, the most stable alkene. Which one is going to be the most stable alkene here when OH and hydrogen is going to remove? That will be this. Now what is the next reagent that they have used here? That is reductive ozonolysis. What happens in the reductive ozonolysis? That pi bond is going to break, and what will be the resultant? That either ketone or aldehyde is going to form. They have mentioned here that there is a word called reductive. What does it mean? That you do not have to convert aldehyde into the carboxylic acid. So what is the final product that is going to form here is that we need to break this pi bond, and the result will be, there will be double bond O, CH3, and here there will be double bond O and hydrogen. Now next reagent, they have done the aldol condensation. What is basically aldol condensation? That here a base is going to attack and it is going to remove the alpha hydrogen. So we know that alpha hydrogen is here. So which alpha hydrogen I have to remove? Either I can remove the alpha hydrogen of this, or I can remove the alpha hydrogen of this. What will happen here? That this alpha hydrogen is going to remove and negative charge is going to form here, okay? Now what will happen? That it is going to attack on this double bond O. That will result in the how many member ring? 1, 2, 3, 4. A 5-member ring is going to form here. Now what we will see here, that there is C, double bond O and H, okay? C double bond O, CH3, and here there will be OH. Now what is the next reagent? That is there, that here we have to do the condensation. So hydrogen and OH is going to remove. So what will be happen? That their double bond is going to form. So what is the answer? That will be the first. Means when we are going to use these reagent in the first option, what will happen? This resultant is going to form. Now let's do the next question. What is the next question? That there are two type of statement is, here two type of statement is given. The first statement is that compound 2 show faster alkaline hydrolysis comparison to the first compound. What we will see here, that nitrogen will have the lone pair. We have to do the hydrolysis. So what will happen? That Cl is going to remove and OH is going to attach here. Now we know that here we have the lone pair. So lone pair is going to attack here, and here 3-member ring is going to form. And we know that 3-member ring is not stable. So what will happen again? Again OH is going to, this ring is going to break. So we know that first compound is going to show much greater rate in comparison to the second compound. So statement 1 is going to be incorrect. What is the next statement? That compound first shows substitution via neighboring group participation. So we know that in the first compound, what is there? That here nitrogen will have a lone pair. With the help of the lone pair, it is going to show better substitution reaction in comparison to the compound second. Let's move to the next question. What is the next question? That which of the following compound have same number of lone pair on central atom? Okay. So here we have the compound XeF5. So if I make XeF5, how many lone pair are there? We know that xenon will have the 7 electron pair. Here what is happening, that 5 is forming the bond. So here we have 2 lone pair because it is XeF5 negative. Next one is XeF2. XeF2 we know linear, okay. So how many lone pairs are there? There we have 3 lone pair. Next option is BRF5. How many lone pair are there? There is only one lone pair here. Next one is I3 negative. I3 negative will have how many lone pair? We know that it is going to have the 3 lone pair. So which of the two will have the same number of lone pair? That is XeF2 and I3 negative. Now see the next question. Statement 1 is given that glucose pentaacetate reacts with 1,2,4-DNP test. As we know that 2,4-DNP test is not going to given by the acetate. Okay. So first statement is going to be the wrong. What is the second statement that is given? That starch on heating with concentrated sulfuric acid at 100 degrees Celsius and 2,3 atm gives glucose. So the second information that they have given is correct. So what is the correct answer here? That is going to be the fourth one. That is statement 1 is false and second statement is going to be the true. Now let's move to the next question. What is the next question here? It is also a statement type of question. What you will notice that these time statement type of question are coming more, okay? So here first statement is given that for titration of oxalic acid using KMnO4, warming of acid solution is required, whereas in case of ferrous ammonium sulfate, it is done at room temperature. So this statement is the correct one, okay? Now the second statement they have given that Fe2 plus convert into Fe plus 3 ion during this titration. So how the titration is going to done? That we are going to take the oxalic acid, okay? We are going to do the reaction. So what will be there? That here is Fe2 plus, when I am going to react with MnO4, MnO4 negative ion is going to be there. It is going to act as an oxidizing agent. So Fe2 plus is going to convert into Fe plus 3 and this MnO4 negative is going to convert into Mn plus 2. So second statement is going to be the correct one. So what will be the answer? That first and second both statement are the correct. So that is statement first is correct and statement second is also correct. So first one will be the correct answer. Let's do the next question. What is the next question? How many of the following ion have same value of spin only magnetic moment? So without finding by the formula we can do that where the number of unpaired electrons are going to be the same, there the spin magnetic moment is going to be the same. So let's find the number of unpaired electrons. So here we have nickel Ni plus 2. Ni plus 2, okay. So I'll take nickel vanadium. What is the electronic configuration? If I talk about the nickel, 4s2 3d8. If it is Ni2 positive, what we have to do? 2 electrons are going to remove from 4s2. So it will be 4s0 3d8. If I talk about the vanadium, it will be 4s2 3d3. If it is vanadium plus 2, what we will do? That 2 electrons are going to remove from here and it will be 4s0 3d3. It is going to be 4s0 3d8. Okay. Now titanium plus 2, what it will be? Titanium will be 4s2 3d2. If it is 2 plus, I am going to remove the 2 electron from 4s. So it will be 4s0 3d2. If it is scandium plus 3. So it is 4s2 3d1. How many electrons I have to remove? All the 3 electrons. So it will be 4s0 3d0. Last one is titanium plus 3. So it is 4s2 3d2. How many electrons I have to remove? 3 electrons. So it will be 4s0 3d1. Okay. So now see how many unpaired electrons are there. If we see here it is 3d8. So how many unpaired electrons are going to be there? There will be 2 electrons. Here there will be 3 unpaired electrons, here there will be 2 unpaired electrons. In this case we have 0 unpaired electrons, and in this case we have 1 unpaired electrons. So where the spin only magnetic moment is going to be the same, that is in the case of nickel plus 2 and that is in the case of titanium plus 2. Let's do the next question, that is which of the following oxidation reaction are carried out by both K2Cr2 and KMnO4 in acidic medium. So if we see all these 4 options, that is I negative is going to convert into I2, that with both K2Cr2O7 and KMnO4 because of the oxidation rejection potential. Okay. So these are all the questions that we have done. Now I will like to invite MVK sir for the further discussion.
Hello students, so myself Vamsi Krishna, HOD Chemistry, Resonance Hyderabad. Today we will discuss 28th January, today's morning shift paper, right? And before going into analysis, I can say after solving the test paper that students might have felt comfortable with chemistry today, right? And in this shift, right, the questions from physical chemistry have increased and number of questions from organic chemistry were controlled, and very less number of questions came from inorganic chemistry. So overall we got details about 24 questions, and for the 23 questions I will show you the analysis, and the 24th question I will give you orally, right? So going to analysis here, if you see the first 4 questions are coming from the first 4 questions came from inorganic chemistry. The first question is from chemical bonding and based on the structures of molecules. Some molecules were given, 4 molecules were given, and they have asked which of these molecules are having square pyramidal structure, square pyramidal shape, right? It was an easy type question. Then second question came from inorganic chemistry, periodic table, comparison of sizes. 4 orders were given, and just they were asking what is the correct order of increasing atomic sizes, right? That was also an easy question. Third question again came from chemical bonding, and it was on lone pair calculations. Some molecules were given and they have asked which of these molecules are having same number of lone pairs. That is also actually correct if we are very strong in VSCPR theory or VBT, valence bond theory. And one question came from a D and F block elements, that is the property related to KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7. They were just given 4 compounds, and there were 4 oxidation reactions they have given. Among them, which of these reactions are done by KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7 both, right? So that was one question. But surprising to this one here in today's paper, there are actually many surprises, and the first surprise with respect to inorganic chemistry, if you see, the question came from only 3 chapters: chemical bonding, periodic table and D and F block. They did not ask the question from coordination compounds, in which multiple questions were coming in the previous sessions, but in this session, no single question has come. Till whatever 24 questions we have collected. If that 25th question is from coordination compounds, we do not know, right now? So memory based, whatever the information we have collected, so coordination compounds is missing. Second missing is P block elements. 11th P block or 12th P block, no question came from P block elements. That is a surprise in inorganic chemistry. Then coming to next 8 questions came from organic chemistry, right? And in this one question is from haloalkanes and haloarenes. It is straight from NCERT, right? Some alkyl halide is given, and they were just asking what is the product when alkyl halide is treated with AgNO2 and also when it is treated with AgCN, right? So this everybody knows it in tabular form, also in a NCERT textbook it is mentioned, right? Then coming to next question, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, and here some compounds, organic compounds were given, acidic compounds were given, and they were asking what is the order of liberation of carbon dioxide with aqueous sodium bicarbonate. That is based upon the acidic strength order, right? So that was also an easy question, but as more compounds acidic strength order we have to write, so little we have taken to the medium level. The next question came from basic principles and techniques, and again in this shift also they have asked the question based on stabilities of carbocations. Some very simple carbocations were given, very frequent carbocations examples what we discuss in resonance notes, resonance material, the same examples were given here also. 4 carbocations were given and they were asked to arrange them in a increasing order of stabilities, right? So that was also an easy type of question. Then nitrogen containing compounds, actually this question was difficult because in this question there were almost 6 reagents were there, and this group of reagent type of question is there from shift 1 onwards. So you can understand this one, as already I told you in the previous shift also, those students who are yet to give the exam, you have to list out all the organic reagents and study what are their functions, right? So they are giving simply 3-4 reagents they are giving and asking about the final product. So this is a important type. It has become a default type of questions from first shift onwards, right? Then coming to another question came from aldehydes and ketones, and he has asked just about named reaction. This is also again a repeated like, right? In the previous shift also it has come about the named reactions, and in this shift also the named reaction related question has come. So this is an fact based only, so we have classified it into an easy type, right? Then coming to another question came from hydrocarbons. Actually this is not alone from hydrocarbons, but it started from hydrocarbons. As you know, in organic chemistry all chapters are interlinked, starting from hydrocarbon to alkyl halide to alcohol to aldehyde, carboxylic acid and derivatives, right? So same is the thing happened here. It is an interlinked question, but as it started from hydrocarbons, I took it under hydrocarbons, but as group of reagents was there, we took it into difficult level, right now. Then next coming to nitrogen containing compounds, again that was simply based on a statement based question. Statement 1, statement 2 they were asking, theoretical type like question only. So little analysis is required, therefore we have classified it into medium level. Then coming to biomolecules, again a question came from biomolecules. Believe from starting first day, first shift onwards, there is no shift without biomolecule question. But another point you should understand that only one question they are asking from biomolecules. Compulsory one question is there, right, on biomolecule. This time what they have asked is about glucose properties they have asked. They are they are focusing on different parts of biomolecules. One time they asked about DNA structure. One time they asked about fructose. Today they asked about glucose. One time they asked about protein structure. One time they asked about nitrogenous bases. Right? Different areas of biomolecules they are touching, and it is a fact-based NCERT reading is sufficient for this question solving. Right? Then next, all these questions, almost 11 questions are there. Right? So these are the 4 questions. Then 8 questions and 11 questions are coming from physical chemistry. And in physical chemistry, if you see, first chapter, chemical and ionic equilibrium, the question was actually ionic equilibrium related. They were asking how to relate between pH and pKa. You have to derive the expression relating pH and pKa. That is simple, right? Then second question came from solutions and depression in freezing point. From solution chapter also you have to understand one point. They are asking from the concentration terms, that is very important, but anyway that will be covered under basic concepts of chemistry, that is a mole concept. You need not bother about that part, but whatever the colligative properties and Van de Hoff factor, right, that part is there. From that majoritarily the questions are coming from depression in freezing point only. This is almost the 3rd time depression in freezing point has come, and one time relative lowering of vapor pressure question came, and one time theoretically osmotic pressure related concept came. Boiling point, elevation in a boiling point concept hasn't come, and also they did not ask with a Van de Hoff factor till now, right? So hope we can get it in the afternoon or tomorrow's shifts, right? Then coming to again one more question came from chemical and ionic equilibrium, in which the question was based on Lee Chatelier principle. There was some statement based question was given between liquid water and ice, right? So between them the theoretical question was there, so fact based only. Then one question came from thermodynamics and thermochemistry, particularly from thermochemistry only, right? Till now what the questions we have got in the previous sessions was on thermodynamics, but this time the question came from thermochemistry. They have given enthalpy of formation of water, and they have given HH bond energy and OO bond energy. They simply asked about OH bond energy, right? So that is also a simple type of calculation, so no problem in this question also. The next question came is from some basic concepts of chemistry, in which the question is on mass mole relation. They have given certain mass, and then from that to get converted into find out the mass of substance, right, from moles to calculate the mass. That was a simple question only. Then another question came from some basic concepts of chemistry, that is a mole concept itself, that is empirical formula calculation. This is also another very frequent question coming from previous slots also. I think this is the 3rd time empirical formula calculation is coming. I hope you remember this type of question, very frequent. N number of questions are there in our resonance material also. Doing, again I am telling you, see, doing NCERT, reading NCERT textbook and resonance material following for exercise 1, that is sufficient for this level of question paper to solve, right? So going to the next question, redox reaction, one question has come. One question has come, just they have given the type of the conversion of reaction, reactant to product, and they were asking what type of redox reaction it is. Either it is a displacement, a disproportionation, cum proportionation, like a different whatever types of redox reactions are there. And surprisingly this time, in the previous sessions there was no focus on redox reactions, but in this session 2 questions came from redox reactions. That is a 19th question and 22nd question came from redox reaction. 2 questions came from the very small chapter, right? Then atomic structure, 1 question has come, but this is a theoretical question only. Numerical hasn't come from atomic structure in this one. That is, they were comparing energies of orbitals. So different orbitals were given, and we have to find out which orbitals will be having same energies, right? And then 21st question is again from mole concept only, and again this question was also based on mass and molarity, right? Actually this is a molarity and mass percentage, this one typing error is there. So it is the relation to find out, right, to calculate the molarity from the mass percentage provided to us, right. But that is also a simple type of question only. Then the second question, as I told you, from redox reactions is from redox titration, like little numerical based it is, but easily we can solve it. And the last question, 23rd question we have received is from atomic structure to find out spin only magnetic moment. Some species are given, some ions are given, and they were just asking which of them will be having same spin only magnetic moment, right. So overall today's chemistry paper should be very comfortable for the students, especially the students who are focusing good in physical chemistry, right. Number of questions from inorganic chemistry got decreased as the coordination compounds and P block questions were missing in this topic, right. So as I already told you, the weightage between inorganic, organic and physical are only 4 questions from inorganic, 8 came from organic and 11 questions came from physical chemistry. And most of the questions are of the easy level only. 18 questions out of 23 came from easy level and 3 questions from medium level and 2 only questions came from the difficult level. In most of the shifts, the number of difficult questions are limited to 1 or 2 only. That also you can understand. Majority of question, 15 to 18 questions are coming from easy level only, right. And the balance between 11th and 12th is also surprisingly missing this time. More number of questions came from 11th standard. Almost 15 questions are there from 11th standard and only 8 questions are there from 12th standard. But here from the organic point, 1 or 2 questions can be added because like the hydrocarbons question is there, right. It is an interlinked question that comes under 11th standard alkene and also comes under ozonolysis to give aldehydes and ketones in 12th standard. Like number can be little can be brought to the 12th standard part also, right. So I hope this analysis what we took for chemistry is helpful for you to understand how your test have gone and the upcoming test students whoever are there, right. So with this I will conclude chemistry analysis and I invite Bharat sir to discuss about math subject paper analysis. Thank you.
So moving on the next part in the mathematics, let us solve few questions, then we will do the paper analysis also. So in the previous discussion, we did one question. In the last, we did one calculation log. We took one extra case. So I am going to discuss this question again. If you notice, it is nothing but the 5 digit numbers. It is a 5 digit numbers. The digits are from 0 to 7. So how many digits we have? We have total 8 digits. Case 1. Let us this number is 5. In how many ways we can fill? We can fill only one ways. Then here we can fill 0, 1, 2, and 3. Because they said that numbers should not be summation of the first digit and last digit should not be more than 8. So we have 4 ways here. And the remaining 8 numbers we can fill here, 8 numbers we can fill here, 8 numbers we can fill here. So total is nothing but 8 cube into 4. What this says, numbers should be greater than 50,000. Numbers should be greater than 50,000. It means numbers should not be 50,000. Can I say one of the case is nothing but the 50,000? Because if first place is 5, remaining can be 0, 0, 0, 0. So I have to remove one case. Which number? Which number it is? It is nothing but the 50,000. Case 2. First number is 6. In how many ways we can fill? We can fill only one ways. This will be 8, 8, 8, because any number we can fill here. Here we can fill 0, either 1, either 2. 3 ways. So I will get here 8 cube into 3. I don't have to remove any number here because all the numbers are greater than 50,000. Case 3. First digit should be 7. So only one way. The last digit can be either 0, either 1. Here we have 2 ways. Here 8 into 8 into 8. That will become 8 cube into 2. So in the previous discussion we took 4th place also. That is not possible because the numbers is nothing but 0 to 7 only. I have to add all the cases. So if I add all the quantities, what I can do? 8 cube common. 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is nothing but the 9 minus 1. Just solve this quantity. If I solve, I will get the answer as 4607. So third option is correct for this particular question. Moving on to the next question, which is based on binomial as well as the locus question. So let us discuss this question also. What they mentioned in the question, they mentioned that NCR minus 1 is 28, NCR is 56, NCR plus 1 is 70. I have to get the value of N and R. Those values I will put here. I will get the coordinate of C. After getting the coordinate of C, these are the vertices of the triangle. I have to find the locus of the centroid of the triangle ABC. Centroid formula everyone knows, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So NCR minus 1 upon NCR is nothing but 28 by 56. Tell me what is formula? This is nothing but R upon N minus R plus 1. We have property also. If you don't remember, this is 1 by 2. We can open the factorial formula. NCR formula we can open, right? Similarly, if I divide them, NCR upon NCR plus 1, 56 upon 70. Replace R with R plus 1. So answer is R plus 1 upon, replace R with R plus 1, N minus R is nothing but 56 upon 70. I have two equations, two unknown. So can I get the value of N and R? What are the values are going to be? If I solve, I will get N as 8, R as 3. You can just solve the calculation part. It is a normal calculation. Answer will get N as 8, R will be 3. If N is 8, R will be 3. What I will get the coordinate of C? 3 into 3 minus 8, that will be 1. 3 square 9, 9 minus 8 minus 1, that is going to be 0. I got the coordinate C as nothing but 1, 0, 0. Now tell me what is centroid. Centroid formula is nothing but h comma k. If I assume the centroid is locus, h comma k equal to addition of all the x coordinates, 4 cos plus 2 sine plus 1 divided by 3, comma 4 sine minus 2 cos plus 0 divided by 3, right? So I have to get the answer in terms of h and k, then I will replace h and k with x comma y, so that is nothing but going to be a locus of the question. So can you tell me, if I cross multiply, I will get 3h minus 1 is 4 cos plus 2 sine. Similarly, I will cross multiply, I will get 3k equal to 4 sine minus 2 cos. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Square both the sides and add. Why we have to do the square? Because our target is eliminate the cos theta and sin theta. If I do the square, what I will get? 3h minus 1 whole square plus 3k whole square is equal to, if I open a plus b whole square formula, what is formula? A square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b whole square formula, a square plus b square minus 2ab. So I will get a square, that is 16 cos square theta plus 16 sin square theta, that is going to be 16 plus 4 sin square theta plus 4 cos square theta, that is going to be 4. So I will get, replace h comma k with x comma y, 3x minus 1 whole square plus 3y whole square equal to 20. So I got the value of alpha as 20. What they are asking the value of alpha, answer will be the first option. So this is how to solve the question, a very simple problem. In the starting, they start with the binomial, then they use the straight line, right? Locus, basically. So moving on to the next question, which is based on the ellipse. The question says that E1 is the ellipse. The series of the ellipses are drawn such that EI plus 1 has the same center and eccentricity as E1. So basically, E2, E1 have the same center and the same eccentricity. This is nothing but the standard word. I will draw a diagram. This is nothing but this ellipse, x, y. The value of A is nothing but 3. In the starting, the value of B is nothing but 2. What they says in the question again? They says that E2, major axis, is the minor axis of E1. This is the minor axis. It became the major axis of E2. So I can say this is going to be the another ellipse. Correct or not? So I have to find, can I say that if this length is 2, that 2 became the major axis of this ellipse? Eccentricity is same. If the eccentricity is same, what is eccentricity formula? Under root 1 minus b square upon a square, which is 4 by 9, which is also same as eccentricity of another one. What is that one? 1 minus, this is 2. Major axis is nothing but 4, right? So 2 is square, that is 4. I can say this is b square, either b1 square, b2 square. From here, I will get the value of b2. Square both the sides, 1, 1 cancel out. So I got 4 by 9 equal to b2 square upon 4. b2 square is going to be 16 by 9. So b2 equal to nothing but 4 by 3. So basically, I can say that E1 have a square as 9, b square as 4. What is E2? E2 a square is nothing but 4, b square is nothing but 16 by 9. Similarly, I will get E3. E3 a square is nothing but 16 by 9. Then I will get b square also. Where is E3? E3 will be inside this particular ellipse. I can use, say, this particular ellipse. So what is the relation between them? They will always in GP. What I have to find in the question? 5 by pi summation of all the S. S is what? Area of the ellipse. So I have to find the area of the ellipse, which is nothing but 5 by pi summation of all the area. Area formula is pi AB, right? If you remember. Can I say that this is nothing but pi cancel out? 5 summation of a square b by a. Can I write in this way? If the eccentricity is same, so can I say that what is eccentricity? Under root 1 minus b square upon a square. If eccentricity is constant, as it is mentioned in the question, I can say b by a is always constant. Because eccentricity is constant, this is constant, so b by a is always constant. What is b by a? B by a is 2 by 3. So summation of a square is nothing but a square we have to find. This is b by a is 2 by 3. So what is a square? First term is 9, 4, 16 by 3. Can I say there is nothing but the general term of GP? This will be 10 by 3. What is general term? Can I say it is common ratio is 4 by 9? Second term upon first term, 4 by 9. 16 by 9 divided by 4, 4 by 9. So first term is nothing but 9. Common ratio is nothing but 4 by 9. If you solve, you will get the answer. 5, 5 cancel out. Whatever the answer you will get, you can simplify this thing. So 2 into 9 upon 3 and 5 will cancel out, right? (54) is the answer. Second option is correct. So moving on to the next question. Binomial question, right? NCR is given. I have to find the distance of the point from the line A. So basically, I have to get the value of alpha. That value of alpha I will put here. I will get the answer, right? How to solve this problem now? I will write the same thing again. 1 plus summation of n is 1 to 6. This is a very good problem. If you notice, it is 2n minus 1. This is n minus 1. So can I write this thing as iota root 3 whole square? Is it correct or not? Iota square is minus 1, root 3 square is 3. If I do the square, I will get 1 plus summation of n equal to 1 to 6. That will be going to be iota root 3 2n minus 2 12c n minus 1. It should be 2n minus 1. So can I say that if I write this as 1 and divide by iota root 3, is it correct or not? It is a constant quantity I will take outside. Summation of n is 1 to 6. Iota root 3 power 2n minus 1, 12c 2n minus 1. Put n as 1. If I put n as 1, what is the answer I will get? I will get as iota root 3 power 1 12c1 plus iota root 3 whole square 12c2 plus 3. Iota root 3 power 5 12c 5, because we will get odd numbers, right? Last term is nothing but put n as 6, so 11. Iota root 3 power 11 upon 12c 11. Can I say that this is nothing but the summation of alternate terms? What is summation of alternate terms? Two series we have to subtract, right? Alpha root 3. Can I say this is nothing but 1 plus root 3 power 12 minus 1 minus root 3 power 12 divided by 2. Is it correct or not? Iota is also there. If I open the binomial, I will get 13 terms here. The first term, third term is going to be cancelled out, remaining terms is divided by 2. Now I will solve this thing. Can I say this is nothing but the complex number? I can convert into Euler form. 1 by 2 outside. This is what? To the power 12 we can multiply and divide. This will become e to the power of iota 1 by 2 is pi by 3 power 12 minus e to the power of minus iota pi by 3 power 12, which is going to be alpha equal to 1 plus to the power of 12 upon 2 iota root 3 into. Now 12 will multiply, what is the answer? E to the power of iota 4 pi minus e to the power of minus iota 4 pi. What is e to the power of iota 4 pi? Cos 4 pi plus iota sin 4 pi, right? Here cos 4 pi minus, so I can say cos and cos will cancel out, sin left. And what is sin 4 pi? That is 0. So I got this whole term is 0, alpha is 1. If alpha is 1, I can put here. I got the straight line which is nothing but x minus root 3y plus 100 equal to 0. What they ask, distance of the point from this, distance of the point from the line. What is formula? Distance formula. D equal to, put the point 12 minus root 3 into 3, 3 plus 12 upon under root of 1 square plus root 3 square 3. This will become 2. And this will be 9, 109 by 2. Check, is there any option 109 by 2? I can say first option is going to be correct. So this is about math. So the remaining questions the sir will discuss. So, and the paper analysis will be there also.
Hello student, how are you? Yeah, myself Vivek came with the question. Hopefully this paper is little bit difficult paper is there with respect to the 6th section we can see. Difficult means the more calculative paper is there in this paper. So now we can see the question. After the question then we can go to the analysis part. So what we can find here? Root 3 Z1, we can assume here Z2 is equal to x2 plus I, y2 we can take. Z2 is equal to, we can take x2 plus I, y2. Here what happened, you can see root 3 Z1 minus Z2. So this value we can take root 3 whole square plus 2 root 2 whole square. This is equal to, we can assume the x2 plus I y2. So this we can write under root of x2 whole square plus y2 whole square. Now you can square on both sides. If you can square on both sides, so this value 3 plus 8, 11. 11 is equal to, there also you can square. So x2 whole square plus y2 whole square. So one equation we can got in terms of the x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Another equation also we can get the in terms of the x2 by 2. Then we can find the x2 by 2. Once we can find the x2 by 2, so we can easily find the area. So arc Z2 is there, that means tan inverse y2 by x2 is equal to tan inverse y1 by x1 plus pi by 6. Now you can take the tan on both sides. Then we can find the one relation between x2 and y2. We can take both sides tan. This value y1 x1 is from here we can write 2 root 2 by root 3. So tan we can take. So tan inverse. So this value will come 2 root 2 by root 3. From here we can see. And pi by 6 then plus 1 by root 3. Divided by 1 minus this part. So this part, what the things are there? Into 1 by root 3. One relation you can find the y2 and x2 from here. Now we can see the area. They are asking about here the area of the triangle whose vertices are Z1, Z2 and origin. So how the area will come? Area is equal to 0, 0, 1 due to the origin. After that x1 and y1. So root 3, 2 root 2, 1, and here we can get x2, y2, 1, half. This is only our the area. So two equations are there with you. This and this with the help of, you can find the x2 and y2 value. Those x2 and y2 value you can put here, you can get the result. Yeah, now, this question, memory base in the different, a student told me the different option. So just I am going to say to you ki how you are going to be approach this sum. Because if you can start the putting value 1, 2, 3 like that, it will become the difficult. It is not going to be cancelled. So better in this one you can start doing. Yeah, concentrate all of you. So n is equal to, you can take what? 0, because 0 is here. That's why we can take the 0. If the 0 you can take, so see, A2 plus 5 A1 minus 3 A0. I know. So what we have taken, n is equal to 0. Now you can take the n is equal to 1. Just 3 term you can try to take. Now n is equal to 1, so 2 A3 5 A2 minus 3 A1. One more, you can get the idea. A3, so we have taken the 0, 1, 2, 4, 5 A3 minus 3 A2. Are you seeing the pattern? Like that the pattern is going to be a start. So at last, n is equal to, we can keep the 98. Why? Because you are asking about the 100 only. 100. 5A99 minus 3A98. 299. 5A98 minus 390 A97. Here also you can see how many term left here. The 3 term is going to be left here. That means up to that it is going to become a cancel. These 3 terms are going to be left from here. So by the way the sum is there. So there A1, A2, A3 all we can be the compare. We can keep this value and this value we can keep, and then we can 5. Around obviously up to 100 na. So 99, this part is going to be left here. So like that we can solve this one. K1 and K2 be the two randomly selected natural number, that probability is equal to non-zero. So first of all we can find the 0. 1 minus 0 become the non-zero in the probability sum. So K1 and K2 what you can do? We can start taking 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 we can take. Now, if here we can take the 1 and here we can take the 3, so this is going to become a 0. Because I to the power 1, I will come, I to the power 3, what it will come? Minus I, so going to be cancelled, become the 0. Same thing here. If we are taking here I square, so I square what value will come? Minus 1, but the I to the power 4 become the plus 1. So if here 2 we can take, so compulsory we can take the 4, so it is going to become a 0. So when become the 0, probability of the 0 is equal to 2 from here and 2 from here, and ns is equal to 4 into 4. This cancel 1 by 4. For the 0, asking about non-zero. So 1 minus probability of 0 we can take. 1 minus 1 by 4. So we are going to be get the 3 by 4 our answer. Some of the question, this type of a question, obviously this become the easy. Yeah. Now sum of all the local minima value, concentrate here, not asking the local minima. Sometimes a student also confuse here. Local minima value means the which point it is the local is there, those point you have to be keep into the function, and that sum you have to be find. Because sometimes what I am saying, a student can find the local point and then they can add. Obviously in the option also given that one. So that thing are going to become a wrong. So first of all what we can do, 1 minus 2x. Modulus first of all you can remove. So first thing here, 2x, x is less than minus 1. Modulus of x is there, means the less than 0 and the greater than 0 part. So if I am taking here x is greater than equal to minus 1 and less than 0. So what the value will come? Negative. So here we can write 1 by 3, 7 minus 2x. Now x is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 2. X is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 2. So this become the positive, means 1 by 3, 7 plus 2x. X is greater than 2. X is greater than 2, so what the things will come? 11 by 18, and this value, no need to multiply, leave it like that. Because you can multiply in the calculation only, it will take the more time. Now we can draw the diagram. Drawing the diagram, take the coordinate axis, less than minus 1, by the way equal to not there, but approximate. This become the 3, add the minus 1. Again we can go less than minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. What happen? Value are going to be increased. Means linear equation like that, the diagram will come. Again here minus 1 you can take, yes 3. By the way here the blank dot will come, but another this value is equal to 3, going to fill the blank dot. After that for the 0, 7 by 3. 7 by 3 value will come less than 3. If the less than 3, 7 by 3 less than 3 here. So now diagram will come like that. At the 0 we can put here 0. So 7 by 3 value will come. 7 by 3 value 2 point something, 2.3 approx. This value is there, up to 3 is there. So lesser than this one. Still you can observe inclination change, but the graph is the decreasing only. Again we can come here. At the 0, once we are going to put here, at the 0 we are going to be put here. So what the things will come here? 7 by 3. And as we can increase the value, as we can increase, because all the positive value are there, graph is going to be upward from here. Yes, we can get over the minimum point. We can reach up to 2. We can reach up to 2. So at the 2, 4 plus 7, 4 plus 7, 11 by 3 value will come. At the 0 only the minimum. Again at the 2 we can check ki whether graph is going to become upward or downward. By the way here again the no use are there. You can check here. It will come downward. It will come downward. So this point become the maximum point, not a local maxima. If it is going to the upward, then also it is also not going to be the local minima. So local minima is coming at the 0 only. So x equal to 0, now those value you can keep, that is only your the answer is there. 0 is not at all your answer, those value keep into the function. Let ABCD be the trapezium whose vertices, yes, this is also the calculative type of sum is there. parabola is there, and trapezium whose vertices lies on the parabola, let the side AD BC of the trapezium parallel to the y-axis, the diagonal AC of the length this one, and passes through 1, 0. I don't know this point is there or not, because already this question long back came into the IT examination only. So you can take the point trapezium of in this one, and passing through here you can concentrate. 1, 0 is passing, means it is the passing through focus. From the diagram you can easily understand. Like that. This one symmetric will come. This one symmetric will come. This is become the trapezium. We have to find the area of this one. For finding the area of this one, if we know all the 4 coordinate, we can easily find the area. I am taking here this one. Now T only I am taking. T. So ATA square of this one. ATA square. And 2AT. A value is equal to 1. So we can write here the 2T. Now you can see this is the focal chord. So what is the condition for the focal chord? If this is the T1, this is the T2. So T1, T2 is equal to -1. T1, T2 is equal to -1. So that coordinate T square comma 2T. So this coordinate is equal to, in place of T, put 1 by T. So in place of T, we are putting 1 by T. So 1 by T square minus 2 by T. So we can get the coordinate of this one. This length is equal to given 25 by 4. Obviously it will come the quadratic equation. Yeah, T square na, by quadratic equation it will come. From there we can find the 4T value, obviously plus or minus. So from there the 2T value we can take, 1 T value this one, another T value. See here how we can take T square minus 1 by T2 whole square plus 2T minus, so become, this is also whole square. Under root is equal to 25 by 4 is there. Now we're squaring on both sides. 2 also you can take the common. So what we can write here? T square minus T square whole square. So T power 4 minus 2, and here 4 we can take T square plus 1 by T square plus 2 is equal to 625 by 16. We are going to be square on the both the side. Little bit here you can see what we can do in this place. Concentrate here all of you. T square plus 1 by T whole square minus 2 for this one. So minus 4 can be right. And plus 4 T square plus 1 by T square. 4 plus 2, 8. 625, 16. T square plus 1 by T square is equal to, you can take the y. If you can take, this is the y, so y square minus 4, 4 by plus 8, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6. Now you can find from here the T square value. Once you can get the T square value, from there you can find the 2 value. So 1 value this one, 1 value this one, that one, 1 by minus 1 by T, this value. By the by quadratic, once you can find the value, 2T value will come positive, negative, like that we can easily find. Yeah. number of point of the discontinuity and beta is the number of point of the non-differentiability. Like that question, only draw the diagram. Once you can draw the diagram, you can easily able to be find where the function are the continuous and discontinuous. But here you can see one thing are given the minimum. So first of all, minimum, we can find the minimum between 0 to 2. Greater integer is there both the places. Both the places greater integer is given. So first of all, we have to remove the both the places greater integer. How we can remove the greater integer? By taking the range of the integral value. 0 to 2 is given. So what we can take? Between 0 to 2, only the one integral value are coming 1. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2 we can take here. See, what we can take here? 1. Another one we can take 1 to 2. Now this value we can keep. If this I am keeping, so this become the 0. Minimum didn't remove till now. So this one 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 this become the 0 and 1 plus x. That's it. Here once we can go 0. So this become the 1. We have to be find the minimum value. Clear hai? This one 0. So 1 from here. This one 0. So 1 plus x came here. Ab now in this one we have to be check. This one will come, yeah, this one will come the minimum between 0 to 1. Again in this interval. So in this interval what are the things it will come? 1 to 2 here. 1 will come. 1 plus 1 2. 2 plus x. Again here 1 to 2 2. 2 here it will come 3. Now you can check here, if 0 to 1 I am taking, so one function is this one and another function is this one. If 0 to 1 any value we can take, so this value will come greater than 1. So minimum is equal to 1 only. Is it clear? This one always will come greater than 1 only. So no need to be considered this one. We are going to be considered here only the 1. Now you can come here. 2 plus x. If x value 1 to 2, even the minimum value also 1 I am taking, what it will come? X plus 1, 3. And that value is equal to already the 3 is there. That value is also 3 are there. So here the minimum is equal to 3 will come, here the 1 is there. Ab now we can draw the diagram. Less than 0. By seeing the diagram you are able to be judge the value here. Less than 0. If the 0, obviously then 0 only. If the negative, so this value will come. This value will come x 0. And once we can take the value minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So obviously it will come like that. है ना? 2x value. Once again 0. Then here by the blank dot will come minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So minus 2, minus 4 like that. So in this way it will come. Next 0 to 1. 0 to 1 what? This one. Here we can keep like a blank dot because discontinuous, so non-differentiable also. From where to where? Up to 1. Here you can see at the 1 again the blank dot will come because one equality we hold here. If the 1, so what the value will come? 3 will come. Here 1, 2, 3. So we can reach here 3. Up to 2 is there. So up to 2 we can reach here. Now 2 and more than 2. So up to 2 here. 2 is not equality or hold here. So that means again we are going to be take the blank dot here. Then greater than 2 you can check what the value are there. 5 is there greater than 2. So greater than 2 it will reach the 5 like that in the constant. we can say mediocre sum, not much. Wherever the discontinuous means the number of discontinuous, number of non-differentiable. So 1 point at the 0, 1, 2, 3. So total 3 point will come. So 3 point discontinuous, 3 point non-differentiable. So we can take asking about the alpha plus beta value. So 3 plus 3, 6 we can say. Chalo. Now we can see here. First of all, by seeing the question, what should come in our mind? We have to find Tm and Tr also. So for this one Tr, we need the first term, common difference and M. 3 unknown we have to be find. If we are able to find those 3 unknown, then we can easily solve. Now for those 3 unknown, they gave here the 3 equation like that. So from there we can find. Let's see here. Am, so first term, AP is given. Number of term, M minus 1 into D, 1 by 25. Here 25, T25 means the plus 24 D is equal to 1 by 20. We got the 2 equation. We need the third one. So third one you can see. 20. If the TR 1 to 25 means what they are asking? They are asking the summation Sn, S25 they are asking. S25 they are asking me the sum of the n number in the AP we can take. We know n by 2. So n is there the 25. So 25 by 2. 2 into, again the A we have to find, we don't know the A. So we can write A plus 24D is equal to 13. 3 equation, 3 unknown. First of all, this one and this one you can solve. So from there you can find the A and D value. Once you can find the A and D value, so those value you can keep here. Then you can find the M value. Once you can find the M value, then here you have to become 5M, Tm, Tm plus 1, Tm plus, no, T2M. Now easily you can find all the things. Yeah, better what you can do directly Sn formula we can use. M to 2M. So why not 5M, S to M, and from M onward start. So that means S, M minus 1 we are going to be subtract. So from Sm to Sm2M plus 1 it will come. This is equal to 2m by 2, 2a plus 2m minus 1, common difference, minus in the bracket m minus 1 by 2, 2a plus m minus 2d. A and D and M value you can put, you can get the result. According to me, difficult one question are there. First attempt try to avoid because three unknown term are there. Yeah. Let the equation of the circle which touches the x-axis a comma 0 and these things are there. And circle below the x-axis. First of all, draw the diagram. You can get some ideas. What the value are there? A comma 0. This one is equal to radius. First thing here, A comma 0. So A comma 0 point you can keep here. A square bygone minus alpha A plus R is equal to 0. We can get this one. They are asking about the 2A value. concentrate here. They are asking about the 2A value. Another one is there, cutoff and intercept of the length be on the y-axis. So y-axis, what we are writing? 2 under root of f whole square minus c. So here in place of f, beta is there. So minus beta by 2 whole square we can write. A square. So positive or negative doesn't matter. So b a square by 4 we can write. Minus r is equal to what? Is equal to b is there. Is equal to b. So now 2 under root of beta square minus 4r by 2 is equal to b. 2 cancel. Now you can squaring on both sides. B square minus 4r square is equal to b, can get the b square. So here b square. So easily we can say first option, fourth option wrong. Now from here and here we have to be find. See here 2a value are there, means this is the quadratic like that. So a1 plus a2 means that 2a is equal to what? Alpha will come, not in terms of the square. So alpha will come. So directly we can tick mark the second option here. As I told you, whenever the coordinate geometry sum will come, first of all draw the diagram and then try to be solved. Sometime when you can forget the formula also, you are able to be solved. Yes. The point which is the equidistance from this 3 point, and let this one be C. Then the among the statement S1 is equal to this isosceles triangle and S2 is equal to this one x by z. Again lengthy calculation is there. This point in a xy plane. Good. This is in the xy plane, so z gone. We don't know x, y, z plane are given. As I am consider this question are the correct only. So according to that I am taking the in the xy plane only. If I am taking the xy plane, so obviously z is equal to 0 we have to be considered if this is the correct question. X by, and from here the point is there 0, 3, 2 and 2, 0, 3 and 0, 0, 1. We can use the distance formula. All the three are the equal because they are saying this is are the equidistance point A. BC is given among the statement isosceles triangle and S2 is the area of this one. Once you can find those things, so here and this point is there 1, 4, minus 1, 2, 0, minus 2, you can easily find the area of that triangle. Once after the finding you have to be check S1 is equal to isosceles right angle triangle, S2 is the area of this one is equal to. By the way, as I am thinking the question, something is the missing is there. This is something is not missing. Maybe the only S1 is the true, S2 is the true type is there. So after finding you have to be from the length you can check whether it is the isosceles right angle is there or not. Isosceles right angle is there or not. Isosceles right angle is there, given or not. And area also you can find. Once if the area will come this one, isosceles right angle triangle is there or not. After finding the coordinate you can know and then you can easily find. Now this question is there. This question, what you have to do here, I think this question is already completed. Oh, so now we can come to the analysis part only. Once you can see here, as I told you, this is my personal analysis are there according to my experience only I am saying. In this paper, we can find, if you can see the 22nd, 23, 24, all the 6 paper. Generally in the analysis it was there 5 to 6 are, I am saying the difficult model is the difficult means the lengthy part is there. Here you can observe more number is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is there. We can take the plus minus 1 question also. Hai na? Sometime maybe I can think those questions are the difficult. Somebody are thinking this question are the easy. It is the possibility are there. Yeah, I will say the easy. Another one we can think the difficult one. But on an average, the data we are taking according to me, 9 to 10 questions are the difficult in this paper. So whatever the 6 paper is there, according to this, now this paper of the mathematics are the little bit difficult paper than the previous paper. Obviously, medium range are there again. You can see how many the medium is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. 9 is there, you're the medium level. Easy, which is only keeping the formula and getting the result, as I found, 3 questions are there according to the 22 data, because we don't have the 25 question with us. So according to that, 3 we are finding the easy. So according to me, but one thing you can see again in the same trend is there, more number of questions came from the calculus, algebra. Most of the question. Trigonometry again, according to the present data, we are finding 1 question only, the same trend only. Number of the question, trend are not much different. Coordinate geometry again, we can find the 4 question, all the 4 question except 1 question. Lengthy question are there. Vector 3D again we can say somewhat easy a part is there, but here the vector 3D difficult they ask. Function also somewhat difficult they can ask here. But same time, some question are there. Here the easy is there. From the function, easy question came. Integration, easy question came. Again, from 1 question from the 3D, easy question came. So almost trend are the same thing only. If you see the analysis, which we gave already into the 25th evening, almost analysis are the same only. That time also I told, here on the analysis part, keep from the point and line concept are the important. Today paper 1 question came from that one. I told coefficient type of the question, by the way, half part of the coefficient type of question again came here. So almost trend are the same thing is there, but this paper are little bit difficult paper is there. So as I am thinking for the day shift, yeah, for the tomorrow examination, by the way, day shift is already going to be finished in half an hour. So again into the tomorrow examination, maths part little bit difficult. So you have to be select easy and mediocre, and those questions you can solve, because always I am giving 50 to 60. 50 to 60 for the 99 percentile there. Now I am giving here 40 to 50 in this paper. I am taking the safe side only. Maybe a little bit less also. I am taking the safe side only. If you are getting this one, you can easily get the 99 percentile. So now we are going to be conclude our the physics, chemistry, math, all the paper discussion are the finished. Analysis part is also going to be complete only. So stick with your the basic part. Whatever the chart I gave you on the 25th date in the mathematics, those part once again revise. In the mathematics, try to be solve the question in the 2 round. 1 round easy and medium you can do. 2nd round you can touch the difficult one question, because which are I am giving here the difficult one, calculation are more. Okay, again see you. So all the best for the another session.